Last time in the Curse of Strahd. Our wanderers began once again within Bildrath's mercantile, but a new face gave them some pause, for it appeared Bildrath was caring for a son with some peculiar needs. The man, referred to as Periwimple, displayed rippling muscles beneath his work tunic. It was all that was needed for Rufus to challenge the man to an arm wrestling match, and thus win a 5% discount from Bildrath for the effort, though the man claimed to never have shaken on the deal, of course. We moved out for the tavern at the center of town next, for a tavern is a great place to learn local information and gossip. We were waylaid, however, when an old crone was noticed knocking on doors, peddling brightly colored pastries to the downtrodden. But this was no mere old woman. So Shani's senses picked up the scent of Fae upon the pastries, and as the woman hastened away from the foreigners, Rufus nearly succumbed to the enchantment upon trailing after the crone, but staved off the sleep, only to bear witness to a kidnapping. The woman had grabbed a child and stuffed it into a burlap sack. Exchanged in some sinister agreement with the boy's parents, she took off at once upon being spotted. The others heard exclamations and gave chase right on Rufus's heels. He threw javelin after javelin in rage at the woman, but she continued running with this cart. The group coordinated to cut the woman off before leaving the village, thanks to Ruv. Oh my goodness. I drank a whole bunch of soda in my mouth. My mouth is like just watering. Sorry about that. I gotta swallow some spit. The group coordinated to cut the woman off before leaving the village, thanks to Rubicon flying above on a new pair of radiant wings. She was much too fast, too sprightly for a natural human of such age. Her being a hag was all but confirmed when she disappeared, leaving no trace, and leaving her cart and the remaining pastries at the edge of the grasses surrounding town. The party comforted the boy and decided upon giving him to Mad Mary for safekeeping. Such would preoccupy her as well as keep the boy safe, for it was deemed that the parents likely to give him up again. Next, they set out on the old Vallaki road again to track Gertrude's scent. They had time to waste, after all. Midnight would be an entire day away, and nothing else was too pressing which they could also act upon. 3 hours into their travel with Soshani tracking Gertrude by scent, they came to the Gallow Crossroads. Flying high above was spotted a raven, its flight peculiar, however. And when Soshani called out to it, casting Speak with Animals, it simply took off. Such was odd for a raven, which Soshani knew to be quite talkative in her experience. We then decided to head back to the village of Barovia, since continuing further might expose them to the dangers of these lands unnecessarily, and already the forests seemed to close in upon them. They traveled back heavy with thought. Thus brings us to the present moment, where the bridge spanning the river Ivlis once again proves to be a perilous landmark. A wild druid attacks from the wilds, bounding forward on all fours, whooping and hollering like a wild animal covered with mud. But he isn't the only one. From the weeds and vines around you, you have sprouted 6 twig figures raking out with grasping needles. We begin combat order at the top with Rubicon Invictus. What do you do?
Alright. Well. Let's, cast Scorching Ray. And I'm gonna target these front 3, twig creatures.
Okay.
Alright, so, target. If I can do that. Everything just disappeared off my
Yeah.
screen.
There we go. I resized the map and it likes to...
Okay, am I targeting this thing? I can't.
Yes,
tell.
yes, you are.
Thanks. Alright, so number 1. Two. Whoops.
If you just target them all,
Alright.
Okay, the first ray misses as well as the second.
Alright, let's try it for number 3.
Oh man.
That one
Damn.
misses as well.
Cold. Alright, and Rubicon's gonna be backing up
Bye.
30 feet. Good luck, everybody.
bat
Shot your
1,000.
load and run away.
All right.
I scared him though, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. Did I just hear Rufus say shoot your load and run away?
You really didn't have to draw attention to it.
It's just, yeah, I did.
Shoot,
Yeah, I
scoot.
did.
Isn't that what happened though? I mean,
Maybe it's just what my brain wanted to hear.
Like half a load, I would say. About half a load.
It's like the opposite of.
Wasn't usually happen to me. I don't
that's
know.
good control, man. I didn't. Yeah, that's pretty special.
Okay,
All right.
Nomad, I do have a question. So Shani sees that this is a druid, and so she is going to step forward. I don't have it in my languages option in chat, but I want to speak to him in that language. I don't want to say it so that everyone else knows what she's saying. I mean, I can, and everyone can just pretend they don't know.
Like Druidic? You
Yeah.
don't have it? Yeah, you do. It's in your languages on your abilities.
I just added it, but it's not in my drop down in chat.
Because it's Druidic. That. Oh, maybe not. I guess they don't have it as like a built-in language. But yeah, you would be speaking in Druidic. Okay.
Do you want me to just say it out loud then, or would you
Yeah.
like me to whisper it to you?
Whatever you want to do.
Okay, just for time saving sense, I'll say it out loud.
Okay.
So Shani steps forward, and you all just hear incomprehensible words, but she looks directly at the strange druid, and she says, "Is this can she tell if this is male or female, or is it? Can she not tell?"
You suspect male.
Okay, so she will look, brother of the woods, one who communicates with nature. Why do you attack us so? This needn't be the course of action. We can be friends. And she'll kind of wait for his response.
He responds back with some gibberish. Like, he responds back to you in Druidic, but even the response seems kind of like gibberish. Like, saying something about, the moon is dark, and the vines will grasp thee. I come in darkness. Like, stuff like that.
Okay, so Shani turns to her companions with a sad look. My brother of the woods has been lost to us. But I do wish for hope. So please only fight his summons, if possible. And she will, oh my gosh, I forget how little she actually has as attacks without her animals. Alright, she is going to step back again. And this pulls up to 10 feet. Alright, and she'll target this unidentified creature. And after stepping back, she will cast a Thorn Whip at him.
All right, your Thorn Whip cracks out, grasping onto this twig creature. Five
Then-
points of piercing damage.
Pull him 10 feet closer.
You would if it was still alive.
Okay.
Nice.
Alright, that's her turn.
All right, so Shani steps up, attempting to speak with the druid to placate him. But noticing that he might be quite insane, just tosses out a vine whip, latching onto one of these twig creatures, breaking it apart. Another creature comes rushing forward afterwards. He's just going to go to the nearest one. Dahlgrim. It rakes out with thorny claws, rolling a natural 1.
Feel that pain.
Ooh, tickles.
The next vine creature comes running up. He's going to attack Sashani, which is blocked. These two vine creatures running up, trying to rush at the heroes right on the bridge, are unsuccessful. Rufus, you received initiative.
Oh, I thought I was flying like 10 to 20 feet in the air. Is that
Right.
still true? Or
Yes, okay, we can have that. By the way, Doran is given a Twitch advantage as well as Ernest.
Oh, thank God. I'm gonna need them.
Alright, I'm really excited to try to do this. So I think I'm going to kind of rush the druid. Oh no, you didn't. Roof is getting pissed off, so he's gonna kind of move his movement and use cunning action to get close to him as a bonus action, and then grapple.
Okay.
So target and grapple.
Yep.
Six. Ooh, I'm having trouble grappling that druid. Yeah, for some reason it's not letting me target. What am I doing wrong here?
I haven't targeted now for that. Might have been clicking in the wrong spot, not sure.
Ooh.
Ooh, you rolled the same dice. You both rolled
Nice.
3s. All right, you grapple the druid.
And so I kind of moved 10 feet down to the ground. I think I probably have maybe 10 feet more of movement. Can I try to grab him and drag him into the air? Like even 5 feet. So he's a medium character. Does he look like he's more than 200 pounds?
No. Okay, yeah. Make a strength check for me though.
Uh, ugh.
All right, Rufus, you pull him up 5 feet into the air.
And that will be my turn.
All right. Rufus rushes forward with a lot more speed, running and jumping onto this druid creature and batting his wings so much to lift it up off the ground 5 feet. The druid will take its turn now, shouting, "Blah, blah, 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 blah." He is going to...
All I can think of is Tasmanian Devil.
Donnie from the Thornberries. Okay. You see the staff that he is holding begin sprouting thick with bark as he shouts and waving his hands over it, a mistletoe being crushed onto it. That is a bonus action, and now he's going to make an attack against you, Rufus, using the staff.
Doran said he can't join the voice channel because it's full.
Oh. Got that. Sorry about that.
I'll let him know.
Should be able to. Okay. He's gonna slap out his quarterstaff at you, Rufus. Which misses. That will take us to another twig creature's turn. We're going to rush up here. And attack Soshani. Which scores a hit on a 16. Soshani, you take 4 points of piercing damage. The other twig bite.
I like the visual of the little triangle pyramid dice, because then I know like what we're dealing with, right? It's like, all right.
Good call out. Good call out.
That makes me feel better.
Run out. And also make an attack against Soshani, which misses. This other twig creature is going to dash. Get behind her right here. As all the rest of these twig creatures rush up, and the druid is smacking its staff at Rufus, flying high up in the air. Or not so high, only 5 feet. Dahlgrim, you receive initiative.
Alright, I'm gonna attack creature number 5. I think I'm targeting it. There we go. With my Moonblade. And I think that's it.
All right, you hit. Ten points of slashing damage sustained by the twig creature. You slay it.
Sweet.
Excellent.
I end my turn.
I think you might have been targeting yourself. Yeah, you were. Okay.
I was? Oh.
Yeah, you hit yourself.
Okay, there we go.
Crushed yourself.
Take that!
All right, I took away the damage. All
Thank
good.
you.
All right, Ernest. You're up.
Last turn I rolled a knowledge check on the druid. This time I'd like to try to figure out what these twig creatures are.
All right, please make a proficient nature check.
I'm not proficient in nature.
And you may not.
Alright. Ernest is going to move here. Attack unidentified creature number 4 using my Twitch advantage with the silvered short sword.
All right.
Again?
A natural one. No fumble effect.
Alright.
Thank God.
Yep, screw it. Gonna draw the other short sword and with my bonus action attack it offhand.
Okay. That is a hit.
So with that I hit. Alright.
Yes.
Disadvantage, I cannot apply sneak attack, unfortunately. And boom.
1 point of piercing damage.
And on my turn.
Ernest looks incredibly manic as all these creatures are running around. His eyes are wide and he's looking to the sides, looking all around, making short, cutting stabs. He's not doing so hot. Rubicon, you're up.
Alright, let's start blasting away at these things, so... But actually, I'll try to hit this time.
Solid plan.
Alright, Firebolt.
That is a hit.
Just
Roll damage. All right, your firebolt smacks into this twig creature, bursting it in flame as it appears to be vulnerable.
Ooh.
What else you got?
I'm gonna back up 2 squares,
Right.
and that's gonna do it for me.
Rubicon, with a tactical retreat, tosses out a ball of fire which smacks into one of the creatures, and you see it erupt in flame like a sheet of paper. So Shani, you're up.
Right. So Shani, seeing like the manic nature of her brother, she is going to turn around and she is going to attack the one right behind her. She is once again going to do her regrettably only full out attack. I mean, I guess she has her scimitar. Hold on, let me.
You got a crossbow too.
Yeah, but they're right next to her. Alright, yeah, she'll pull out her scimitar and she'll start, she will attack this unidentified creature 4.
That is a hit. All right, you cut it down.
And then she'll look to Ernest. Brother, are you okay? You seem quite
Don't worry
shaken.
about me. Yeah, just a little shaky, some nerves, that's all.
Her eyes kind of narrow a bit. She nods, and then she'll turn back towards this one. And that is actually going to be her turn.
All right. Unidentified creature 1 is going to go up. Doesn't like the heavy armor of this creature. It's making hard for it to grasp, so it is going to move over. And it is going to rake its claws at Soshani, rolling an automatic miss. The other creature will do the same, which she dodges. Rufus, as these creatures seem to be having some trouble over on the other end, what are you doing?
So Shani the tank.
So like he just I guess whiffed at me with his shillelagh or whatever twig. Rufus is gonna try to go around back of him with his grapple, like sort of pinching him between his shield and his free hand, and then he's gonna whisper into the little druid's ear, "Yeah, two can fucking play the fucking crazy game." Just start swearing at him and still.
You want to see crazy? I'll show you crazy.
Take off like a rocket straight up. So use his bonus action or his cunning action.
Oh my god!
To get up into the air.
Okay.
So hopefully 30 feet, 35 feet, I guess.
So bonus, yeah, I'll probably do like difficult terrain because you're carrying him. So yeah, you could get 30 feet in the air, in addition to the 10 feet. So you'd be 40 feet up.
Sweet. And that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. 40 feet. Rufus just starts shooting up into the air, carrying this druid. All of you knowing in your head, like, oh no, this ain't gonna be good for the druid.
Rocket Man.
The druid seems to be not quite fully aware of the situation. He is going to actually try to smack Rufus again with his quarterstaff, which misses on an 18.
Oof.
Yeah, try it, buddy.
Dahlgrim Darkstar, you're up.
Alright. I'm gonna try to target not myself.
Solid
And-
beginning.
Right? I think it's a good plan.
It is.
Oh.
That is an automatic miss. Brutal. No.
I don't know. It didn't work so good. Alright.
It's
All
cold
right.
this morning.
Dahlgrim, you receive 2 points of stress due to that fumble.
Agree.
All right, Ernest, what do you got?
Ernest is going to move here. Target unidentified creature 1 and try to attack it with his silvered short sword.
Okay. That's a hit with a 14.
Hey.
Nice.
Unfortunately, no sneak attack because it's at disadvantage.
7 points of damage. The creature bursts in front of you.
Alright. He's going to move a little more. Offhand attack, creature 6.
Okay.
Hey.
That's another hit.
Look at
Big
this
money,
man.
big money.
2 points of damage. The twig creature is still alive. Rubicon.
All
What do you
right, well,
got?
target this thing. Start blasting.
20 ways I started blasting. You score a hit.
And
8 points of damage. The creature bursts into flame just like the other.
okay, and I think that's it for me.
All right, so Shani, you see Rufus carrying this druid high up into the air. No other creatures are around you. What do you do?
She will move her full 30 feet forward. And let's see. She is going to concentrate on like both Rufus and the druid. And she is going to attempt to cast. Let's see, I haven't used this, so I have to figure out how it works. She's going to cast Calm Emotions on the two of them.
I do not see that Calm Emotions is prepared.
I've
Second.
used it before.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Because it's one of the ones I get from my mark. So it's actually not one of the ones that counts against my prepared.
Where's the, For the mark?
Yep.
Mark of finding?
So
Okay.
mark of handling.
Mark of handling.
Yep. I get Beast Sense and Calm Emotions for second level spells.
Ah, there we go. Okay. All right. Calm Emotions. Got it.
It's always good to double check, though. Appreciate
Daddy, chill.
that. Whoa.
Daddy chill. What the hell is even that? All right.
Oh, do you want me to mark it as prepared?
I got it.
Okay, I think I didn't do it because it's not. Okay, we can. Yeah. So she is going to, for the effect, she is going to attempt to calm their hostility.
Right. And both Rufus and the druid failed.
So this makes them indifferent, I guess.
All right. You see the druid seem to kind of calm down, no longer acting quite so erratically. And Rufus, you're experiencing a little bit different of a disposition as you're flying up into the air.
And she will, in common, or in Sylvan, she'll look up to Rufus. Rufus, please come down to the ground. There's no need to fly so high with my fellow druid. And in Druidic, she'll look at Druid and say, now, stop attacking my friends. That's not very nice of you. Let us talk. And that'll be her turn.
All right, Rufus, you're up.
As the wave of the spell washes over Rufus, I don't think he's gonna like calmly. He's gonna drop the guy. Yeah, he's totally gonna drop the guy. So I'm gonna drop the druid at this point.
Okay. The druid falls. As this spell takes hold, the druid is kind of like, "La, la, 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 la," and then he just slowly kind of goes, huh. Kind of like, this is nice, up in the air. And then as his emotions are kind of like settling down, suddenly he realizes he's falling in the air. And just before hitting the ground, smacks into the hard dirt. 40 feet of fall damage. Fall damage is a D6 in 5th edition?
Correct, D6 per 10 feet.
Well, and Rufus, you were getting a look from Soshani right now.
14 points of bludgeoning damage.
You're only getting one good berry tomorrow, Rufus.
Oh, you better watch out.
The druid.
She's putting you on rations.
Oh my goodness. I finally realized why it wasn't showing. Okay. The druid smacks into the earth, withstanding 15 points of falling damage. And he groans, still alive. Which takes us to the druid, who, realizing what happened, turns feral once again. But this time, he's going to stand up from prone. He is going to turn his sights onto Soshani. He is going to start shouting some words in the druidic language, and you all see grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square. Right here. This will target Soshani and Ernest. Alright, everything within that area is now difficult terrain. I need Soshani and Ernest both to make a strength saving throw.
I'm gonna use my Raven Speak advantage for this.
Okay.
Or inspiration for this, because... Thank lords.
Soshani just saves. Ernest, you fail. And as these weeds start sprouting up around you, wrapping around your ankles, you find yourself restrained.
Bang, flam it!
Thus takes us to Dahlgrim Darkstar's turn.
I can't actually see the druid on the board.
Oh. Here we go.
Oh, he's way back there. So, let's see. This is difficult terrain. If I use my action surge, will that get me far enough? Because I could do regular plus... Basically, I could dash, right?
Yeah, you could get there.
Okay. Then I'm gonna action surge all the way up next to him and hit him.
All right, so you would end your turn right there, actually.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 50.
Okay. And...
With a 23, you hit him. 6 points of slashing damage onto the druid. And his concentration expires. The entangle goes away.
I end my turn.
Am I still restrained?
No.
Fantastic. Oh, well, Soshani, I'm sorry, but it seems like we can't pacify this one.
Well, we would have if he hadn't dropped him from the sky. She's glaring at Rufus right now.
Rufus is indifferent.
Alright, And then I'm gonna Booming Blade with the silver short sword.
All right. Unfortunately, your mania is still causing you issues. You miss.
Yep. And then offhand attack.
A 22 hits. Four points
that'll-
of damage.
Yep, that'll end Ernest's turn.
All right, Rubicon, you're up.
Alright, I think this is... Yep, that's within range. Gonna target and... blast away.
That's a hit. Six points of damage. As this ball of fire comes shooting through the air, weaving in between your allies, it smacks right into the druid. How do you want to do this?
Yeah, so Rubicon, seeing the brewing tension between Soshani and Rufus, decides the best thing right now is to just end this. And so, kind of lazily flicks a mote of fire the distance there and smacks it right into this guy's face.
All right. The druid's face cuts to blankness as he falls over on the ground, slain. Congratulations, you have defeated this druid and twig creature encounter. 600 experience points split amongst the party.
Woot.
And you may continue traveling on your way forward.
So Shani would insist on giving him a proper druidic resting. So she is going to start saying words in druidic, and she's at the very least going to pull him off of the road.
Okay.
I'll be right back. I gotta take this phone call. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Oh, this is Brian.
What are you guys doing? What's going on with this guy down here? Can we just get going?
This was once a brother of the forest. Something happened to addle his mind. He was not right. He even attempted to speak with me. I do not believe his actions were entirely his fault. His mind had been severed. He still deserves a proper laying to rest.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty good. Like, I feel like my mood's kind of stable right now. I mean, the birds are out.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice right now.
So Shani is going to drop concentration on her calm emotions.
And Rufus feels the familiar anger well back within him.
Wait. Now I'm pissed. You made me drop that guy?
You made me drop that guy.
I made you do nothing. I simply calmed your emotions. You took the action of letting go of him.
Well, I mean, I wasn't going to let him go. I was gonna throw him, but I mean, that's fine, I guess.
It is what it is.
My world is a mixed feeling of emotions right now. I'm like really pissed off, then I'm not pissed off, and now I'm just getting really pissed off again.
I'm in a glass box of emotion.
Shani, Rufus, are you still in the air?
Oh yeah.
Or did you fly down? Okay, you are.
I'm like 10 feet. I would consider myself like always 5 to 10 feet in the air.
Okay, so you're normal height, not the 40 feet anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so Shani will walk up and she'll kind of bow her head to Rufus. Rufus, I owe you an apology. I had no right to cast that spell on you without your permission. I was meaning to calm his emotions and got a little overly excited and allowed them to spread to you. You have my deepest apologies.
Wow.
I do not make light of manipulating my companion's emotions.
Wow, that's like maybe the first time anyone's ever like apologized to me. I don't know what to do about that. Now I don't even know if I'm getting angry now because you're apologizing to me. But
Except that she rolls her eyes and continues to like honor this body. So I don't want to take up a ton of time with it, but
hey, you got any more of that calm emotion stuff in your bag? I may want to use some of that later. So just let me know.
In the future, it will only be by your request. Never again will I allow myself to do it without your strict request or permission. You have my word. I broke my own law with that.
Yeah, calm. Prozac. Give me some of that. That's fine. All right, yeah.
And then she is still like, so she has the body. I'm gonna say she has the body like here. She's bringing him under the tree, and she is going to position him like under the tree, arms crossed in a certain way. She's like arranging. She's putting twigs and leaves all over him, like not burying him, but like there's definitely a ceremony to it. And she's saying words, and it takes I don't know 10 minutes. So she'll be doing that for 10 minutes, so I'll give you guys time to do what you want.
All right. So, Shani, as you perform this little ceremony, taking time out of the day to do honor upon a fellow druid, you feel this calm acceptance kind of begin to sprout within you. You feel good about doing this. You are going to have advantage on your next stress check.
Nice. Thanks, DM. Right, and if no one else is doing anything after she's completed, she will rejoin the party. All right. On with it.
On with it.
Oh, I think so. Everyone fought admirably. Well done, guys.
I think Rubicon would take this opportunity to check on Ernest. Be like, you feeling okay?
You see both of his hands have got like a little like baby shake to them.
It's been a hard few days. Maybe we could use some rest.
I think rest will do us all some good. It just after that shot at the hag, I don't trust my aim anymore. You know.
Hold on. Let me see all of your water skins. How are we all doing?
I'll take a refill.
All right. So Shani is going to, because I can create up to 10 gallons of clean water. So she is going to basically have this little spout come out of her like finger, and she's going to, funnel it into each of the water skins, refilling everyone's water skin. And she'll refill Ernest's first and says, "Drink, brother. A good wash of water may be good for you."
He takes some.
Okay.
I mean, if you're giving me a shower, I don't need a drink because there's a river right here. But if you could maybe shower me off, I got some of this weird druid hobo stank all over me. That'd be really nice.
All right, so when she's done, she retops up Ernest's, and then she just, for the rest of the 10 gallons, amps up the water pressure and points it at Rufus. So she's like got a sprinkle going on over him like a little shower.
There may be parts of his body that are, for the first time, becoming in contact with water.
Yuck.
All right.
Hopefully it's not a gremlin.
It comes out of Sashani's finger, like pure and clear, and then washing off of Rufus, you just see all this like brown and like green stuff just kind of like falling down underneath him.
He like looks horrified at the ground,
and he's just
It's like washing
this
a
is
super
normal.
dirty car.
Yeah, but there's like a big mat of like really curly, like ginger hair on the ground too. Like there's just a disgusting sort of like red hairball. Yeah.
She looks at Ernest. Perhaps when I have spare energy at the end of the day, I should do this for a friend more often.
Well, I think you'd be doing us all a favor.
So that's what that smell was.
All right.
Okay.
And she kind of looks over and like they're still in the same spot. Well, we should probably get going. This is a strange place to shower.
And we're walking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Oh, I still have all my images that I saved. Yay.
So, back on this map, we are going to continue traveling. So, I'd say probably after another like 15 minutes, you arrive within the village of Barovia. So, Doran.
Yes.
All right. Been following along. A good trick, because there's probably going to be a number of maps and images thrown at you.
Mm-hmm.
At the very top right, you know, there's that X to get rid of the maps.
Yes.
To the left is an upward-facing arrow.
Yeah.
If you click on that, it'll put the map in the background so you can have your character sheet and all the other stuff kind of like over the top.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay?
Nice.
So that's very helpful.
Yeah.
I say that because I just gave you a map and I'm going to throw a new one at you now. Here we are. This map I would put into the background because this is the one that we're really... Alright, I have the existing party right now on the map on the far left-hand side.
The map is just like black for me.
It's huge and black. What you gotta do is scroll all the way out.
No. I think that's because your token isn't on it, so you're not going to be able to see anything since your token doesn't have the vision yet. Yep, so I will fix that.
My bad. I'll just shut up and let the DM do his DMing.
You're right. In normal context, it's just because his token wasn't on it in that specific instance. All right, Doran, now you are on the map.
Do I have to like? No. Where on the map are we? Like.
Kind of like in the center. Do you have your character sheet open?
Yes.
Try double clicking on the top right image of your character. That would be your token. I wonder if that centers. On the main tab of your character sheet.
Yeah. There's the two tokens and on the right. Yeah, but if I double click, nothing happens. And I'm like, I think I'm fully zoomed out at this point. I think.
Try closing the map and then double clicking on that token.
Yeah. No, I got it.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. So I sent you that prompt, so you kind of know the situation right now. But we will be getting to you very soon. So
now, just a short question. When I zoom in on the map, do I have to like so it doesn't cut off at the side? Oh, okay, I got it.
Good.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as the rest of the party is here, entering the village of Barovia once again. The streets of the village weigh heavy with apprehension upon the air. There is something different. A tensity drags the wind, hanging upon the boarded-up windows, broken down shacks lining the streets. Where before you could see pale faces peeking out from dark alleys and behind crates, now there is mostly stillness. The lack thereof of a populace presiding within the village is even more present currently. Something must be going on further with it.
Didn't we just like leave a couple hours ago? Like this place is nuts. What's going on?
So all we hear is like stillness and quietness. There isn't like we don't hear any distant festival or anything.
Right now, no.
Okay.
DM, I'm sending you a whisper.
Okay.
Oh, I see something.
As you cross into view of the central square, that's where you see it. A gathering of haggard bodies with loosely hanging rags and dirt-strewn clothes slowly surrounds another, larger figure. The creature stands with palms outstretched outwards at a display of non-aggression, but the mob continues edging forward slowly with pitchforks and other tools backing the creature to a wall. This being looks nothing like any of you have ever seen before, which is probably the reason for its cold reception. If not for its pleading demeanor and lack of hostility, you yourselves might have mistaken it for a monster as well. At this time, Doran, please tell us what we see and introduce us to your character.
So you see a pretty large creature, like clearly over 7 feet tall, like probably almost 8. Heavy set. You'd have to guess probably way over 400 pounds, so pretty big. You see a trunk, you see tusks, which is probably not something you've seen before. He's wearing I'm wearing a robe, which is black and silver, and the how's it called? The cape is like pulled back so you can see big ears, which come out of my head to the left and the right of it. Gray skin, so everything looks like an elephant if you've seen one before. But I'm standing on both of my feet. I clearly have a humanoid shape. I'm wearing I have a mace and a shield on my belt. And I'm wearing what, if you've ever seen it before, could be looking like the robes of a priest. I have something around my neck that looks like a vial filled with a red liquid. And yeah, I'm standing there, hands like in the air. My trunk also like in a reflex, also up in the air, like just like I don't want to cause any harm to anybody. I'm just standing there, trying to look non-threatening as hell.
Oh, well, blimey, what's that?
Yeah, continue to approach.
What the fuck is that thing?
I'm going to start to speak. Hello, villagers. I mean no harm. I'm not a fiend. I'm no monster. I'm just a very traveler. I got lost in the mist, and then I woke up here. Where am I? What is this? I wasn't trying to get here, and I just keep my hands like I'm up in the air, like I'm scared the police is gonna hurt me, kind of.
What language are you speaking?
You're not in America.
I was waiting for it.
Oh, well, friend, that happened to us too.
Where do you hail from?
That's a good question. Where do I hail from? What's the is it like the same realm they are from?
Yes.
Which
So that would be Faerun.
I'm from Faerun. I'm a priest. I was looking for my father or my priest. I was looking for another priest, and then I got lost. The mist happened on me, and now I'm here. Jesus Christ, it's so dark and What is this place?
As all of you are approaching, some of the villagers, adventurers, quickly, take care of this creature!
Oh, we'll take care of him, all right? How about y'all just go home? We don't want you in harm, you see?
You see some of them kind of like looking to each other with their pitchforks and some of their tools, and like they still kind of hold them out, but some of them like stop edging closer, and then they just kind of like look about, waiting to see like what happens.
Algrim wanders out front and starts kind of shaking his arms at them, kind of shooing them back, trying to be a little menacing without working anyone up too much more.
Okay.
And Rufus is gonna sort of sidle up next to Ernest and be like, hey, Ernie, like, what is this guy? What are we supposed to do? What is this guy?
Oh, I don't know, but I've never heard of a fiend speaking common before.
Meanwhile, so Shani's going to step closer, and he looks like an animal, but he's not, so she's going to, like, study him. So she just kind of has her head tilted to one side and is just looking him up and down.
Shani, make me a nature check. In your travels and different dealings with animals, you've heard of exotic and fearsome beasts across the lands, different environments, Saharas, deserts, jungles. You know of some of these things. You've heard tales of giant cats with striped orange fur. You've heard of horses with black stripes. Horses with necks much, much longer than their bodies, who eat from the leaves of high trees. And other creatures kind of come to mind. Armored behemoths with long noses and great tusks. This being before you reminds you hearing of some of those such creatures. If you recall correctly, they're called olifants?
Her eyes kind of widen, and are you an olifant?
Well, not directly. I'm what would be probably called an elephant folk around here, or how we call ourselves. I've read is loxodons. We are, I guess, related to olifants. It's just that I have hands and I can talk and, things like that. But, I have the feet and I pull up like my robe and you can see I have like those, well, I don't know if you would know, but I have like those round like elephant feet. So I don't have toes. I just have like the stumps. But yeah, we are related. I'm a little more human than them, but you could say it's a close thing. I'm definitely no like monster or something. I can assure everybody of that.
Yeah.
That sounds like something a monster would say.
Her eyes,
come on, man.
her eyes widen, and she like steps closer, and she's just like circling you, but like her eyes are just like wide with curiosity, and she like no weapons are out, nothing like that, and she kind of like she kind of like grabs one of your ears like gently and like looks out. Oh my god, you're beautiful. I've never seen one of your type before. Not in person. I've only read about you. I've only heard. Brother, I love him.
I will use my trunk to like gently take her hand off my ear.
Don't touch the merchandise, honey.
She does seem to re-find herself, and she, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. You're not an animal. I must apologize. You see, I get very excited when I meet a new animal. And she'll kind of step back a little bit and look to the villagers. He seems to be no danger. Shoo, go home.
The villagers look extremely confused. Some of them, not all of them. A few of them are kind of just like staring ahead blankly. You get the sense like they're just maybe even like hive mindish, not like hive mind, but they're only here just because like the other villagers are here. You sense they don't really have much independent thought, but a few of the villagers are just like standing there like confused, not sure what to do, looking to the fearsome creature and then the rest of you, the adventurers. But it gets to a point where they're just kind of like, okay. And they start dispersing. One remains back and kind of questions like, what's going on? I thought he was a beast.
He is no more beast than I am, or you are, or my brother is. He's a sentient, wonderful creature.
Says the druid who turns into a beast.
He kind of waves his hand. Lady, we're in Barovia. We're all beasts here.
Yeah, so go home and contain your own beast. Mind yourself.
Ah.
Yeah, and have a good day, you know, like... You know,
Nice to meet you.
thanks for not killing me and shit, you know, thank you.
Yeah. Well, walks at dawn, huh? What do you call yourself? I'm Ernest.
My name's Doran. I don't have a second name. You know, it was always just Doran, the elephant person. Pretty
Say
easy.
Duran?
Excuse me? What?
Dahlgren introduces himself. You look like you know how to handle yourself in the field of battle, eyeing your shield.
Well, I try to not fight so much. You know, it's like just when you're on the road and the way I look, some people get a little bit rowdy. And then, it's good to be armed. But I try not to be too violent. Like...
Here, self-defense only.
Unfortunately,
Exactly.
you're not going to have the opportunity for lack of violence should you remain in these parts. It's, we've tried.
Yeah.
It's slightly unavoidable.
What parts would that be exactly? Where? Like, what is this? I mean, it's like I wake up, it's all like gloomy and wet. It smells of death everywhere. My God, I mean, where are we? It's terrible.
So Shani kind of looks around like, who wants to tell him the truth, guys?
Do you
That's what I
remember
was
how you
just-
got here?
Well, we seem to be in some sort of like dimension or pocket in space or something like that only certain people have access to leave and to come. This whole place is run by this madman up in that castle, and he points over towards the ruins of Ravenloft.
So when
This place is super evil. Everything wants to kill you. Well, almost.
Oh, great. So when I went to sleep and I woke up here, I just like switched dimensions? Is what you're telling me right now?
No, I think it's more like you got captured, just like the rest of us.
That's great. All right, so what do you do about that? Like, I guess we can't just leave?
Well, there's a lot of evil in this town a lot of evil in this place that needs dismissing. There's some werewolves, there's missing kids. Oh, we can't have it.
Oh, geez. Werewolves, missing kids, that sounds really unholy. My
Yes,
lord.
well, how about children that are turned into pastries?
Well, I was going to leave that out, but all right.
He might as well know exactly what evils he's facing here. There's no use in easing him into it. You're here. Welcome to hell.
You want a
great.
cupcake? Kid, no, you don't want this one.
All right. So we're stuck here. It's fucked, as far as I can tell, or you can tell. So we might as well make the best of it, is what you're saying, or?
No, let's
Yeah.
clean
Doldrum
hell
heartily
out.
agrees.
Best way out is through. So Rubicon introduces himself. So you see brown-skinned, dark-haired, white-robed man. He looks human, but there's kind of like a shimmery quality to him. So, my name is Rubicon Invictus. Welcome to hell. Happy to have you on board.
Welcome to hell.
Thanks. Great. I want to like sniff. No, I don't want to sniff the party, but I want to take a deep breath. And I want to like see if I smell like in the immediate like in the like 5 people that are around me. If I smell any like undeath or anything unholy right now, as they are like standing around me and we are talking.
Okay. So that would be your... that's the Eyes of the Grave?
No. It's just
Or-
I just want to
Okay.
use my like. I just
Gotcha.
want to smell if I smell anything unalive.
Okay. Make me a perception check.
Right. So I think I make those with.
Oh yeah. So we should actually
advantage?
probably going over your character sheet. So have you haven't used Fantasy Grounds before, right?
No, but
Okay.
while you were fighting, I was clicking a little bit through the.
Okay. Yeah. So you have the
Yeah.
main tab, skills tab. The skills. You double click on the modifier on that tab to actually make the check.
Yes.
Abilities is more information. Inventory is importance, where you have all your items. I have it organized a nice little way. Helps me locate stuff, same as kind of helps you know where stuff is. Notes is where you can enter any character notes, and then actions tab. Whenever we get to combat, we can go over the different buttons for the actions. But yes, on your
Alright.
skills tab, keen smell. So you make
So
it with
perception, investigation, and I think survival with advantage if I'm smelling.
Correct.
So
Yep, if you're smelling. So, also on the bottom left-hand side of the VTT, there are dice and there are little boxes and buttons.
yes.
So I want you to click that ADV button, which will make your next roll at advantage. And then I want you to go to your
Oh my
skills
God.
tab, and then locate perception, and then go on to the far right where it has that +3, and then double-click that. You just rolled a skill check, and you did it with advantage. You rolled a 16 to get a total of 19.
Roll.
All right, Doran.
Start.
You see this elephant creature raise its trunk a little bit, and the nostril kind of going around, ripping at the air, sniffing. You do not sense any undead or any such thing in the immediate vicinity. But
That's
also,
reassuring.
it's kind of all around you, permeating everything. You get the sense that this domain has a lot of undeath all around. Possibly even in some of these nearby dwellings.
The smell of undeath is in the air.
Really?
That's
But we
not
gave Rufus
acceptable.
a shower.
That's probably a good idea.
You'll also, I don't know if you'll notice this, but Rufus is going to try to sneakily fly and buzz around the giant elephant-shaped humanoid, doing the same sort of You can fucking smell. I can smell too, man. And he's just trying to like smell the elephant. He has no clue whatsoever what's happening.
Wait. How tall are you? Like how?
I'm tall, and so I was gonna describe myself a little bit. So you see basically a rapidly moving, like fairy creature. It's a humanoid shape with a little bit kind of, I'd say, desperate sort of muscles. Like some of the muscles are a little bit bigger than you would say from a human. The hands are a little bit bigger, but like maybe the length of the torso is a little bit shorter. He has like brilliant hummingbird wings, like flapping sort of vigorously. But the rest of his body is fairly disheveled. He has curly red kind of chest hair poking out of some sort of simple overalls. The most exciting, or I guess interesting part, is he has this black flowing cape that is very different from the rest of his appearance. He's kind of buzzing around you wildly, speaking a sort of inane sort of gibberish at you. And he also has this really kind of big collar strapped around his neck, some sort of weird metal, and a brilliant shield that kind of has the same sort of consistency of that material surrounding his neck. And that's Rufus.
But you're not tiny, right? You're like
I'm
normal
small.
height.
I'm small, no, so I actually would be like, I'm only like 3 feet tall, but flying at about 5 to 10 feet. So flying at your eye level, zooming in and out around you, but small.
I mean, I don't know how keen-eyed you are, but you're gonna notice that I have to like start keeping my trunk from like doing that reflexive like slap in the air if there's a fly around. So it's like it like goes up a little bit and I pull it down and the ears start like twitching a little bit, but it's fine. I don't mind it. It's fine. You can smell me. I smell like I smell. It's been a rough few days, so expect nothing too fancy.
Rufus is still going to be fairly wary of you, somewhat paranoid, floating around you and almost kind of sometimes flying back to where Ernest is, eyeing you suspiciously throughout.
So, you guys, before all this happened, what were you guys up to? You just came back from the woods, or you were on the road? What was going on?
In this realm, or before we were sucked into this realm?
No, in this realm. I mean, like immediately before you came to the square and met me.
She kind of looks around. Well, frankly, we were on the sniff for a missing child, and then unfortunately had to take out a fellow druid.
I dropped a guy.
He did. He dropped him. It was quite rude.
All right. I suppose he attacked you first?
Solid question.
In Rufus's defense in this instance, I did attempt to connect with him through the druidic language, and he was having no go of it. He had simply, his mind had shattered. What he was speaking back to me made no sense. We did what we could. I do believe that, but he was shattered. He was lost.
So he's dead, is what you're saying?
He is resting. That is right.
All right. That sounds unfortunate, but if this is a realm of madness and death, I guess sometimes it can't be helped.
That's what we seem to be finding.
Well, what are we going to do now? I mean, I don't even do you have is there a tavern in this place? I mean, it doesn't look like they are all too big on hospitality here. I mean, I've had some rough receptions, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes people get a little bit, edgy when I'm around, but I've never felt, ooh, you might be lynched in the next 5 minutes before. That wasn't you, not gonna lie. So like, where are you guys staying?
Well, if you're interested in a drink, I could tell you that the bartender, and I gesture over to the tavern. I think that's just right behind us. The bartender here will definitely be totally okay with you. I can promise that.
It isn't much of a land for solo traveling, though, and you look of the sort that could be handy. I don't know if I speak for the rest of us, but you'd be welcome to travel with us for a time until you get your footings.
Yeah, you should come with us.
All right. Short question. Do I get the feeling that like Ernest has like a vocal tick, or is he like mentally challenged, or like?
He's just got an accent.
Okay.
He
Okay.
was talking to you earlier about like pocket dimensions and whatnot. So you get the general idea that he's pretty smart. He's just got a really funky accent.
All right. I mean, fair enough. You know, if you get thrown into a pocket dimension from wherever you are. Yeah, absolutely. I don't want to be alone here. It's like, it sucks. If you're somewhere you don't know and you're alone.
So Shiny looks around. Before we just open invitations, it is not our home we have found sanctuary in. Perhaps we could address our hosts and make an introduction and then plead your case as a group that can empathize with you finding yourself here.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
this
want
is not a good place to be at night, man. You don't want to be here at night. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I know. I don't want to be alone at night in this place. Doesn't sound good. Yeah, no, let's meet your hosts. I mean, I don't want to like barge in on them.
Well, perhaps a couple of us should go to the home and explain the situation first. Just respecting their own privacy. They've been under attack as it is. Respecting their own privacy, they might be more open to reception should we not bring the stranger directly to their location first. Anyone?
Yeah, if you wanna, that sounds good to me. I'm down to just go grab a drink. So.
I was thinking of stopping by the church real quick. Maybe help settle my nerves a bit, you know?
All right, well, she looks at her brother. After the church, would you like to go speak to our hosts with me? We'll let the rest of the lot of them go grab drinks.
Oh, that sound good to you guys?
Yeah,
Works for me.
Yep.
Yeah,
sounds
sure.
fine.
So Shiny just nods and walks up towards the church, which I think I'm going the right way.
What's
That
this
way.
way?
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's why I don't hold the maps when we go anywhere.
Okay. Let's do the tavern first.
They would get there first for sure.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, okay.
Here.
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna go in first. Yeah, so you know, maybe you guys go in first. I mean, I don't really want you to like announce me. I'm not royalty or something, but like I don't know, maybe give him a heads up. Like,
Aldrin nods assuringly and waves you to just stick with us. Just come in with us. We're familiar enough.
All right. Wait, how did I get in there?
Further over to the right, maybe?
All right, it's like
Yeah, it's a little confusing.
okay.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm fixing the
Yeah, like I squeeze my fat body through the frame. I try to not hit my head. And then I just like gingerly walk into the bar.
Okay.
Are we alone, or is it like?
I gotta drop him on the.
They were angry mobbing.
There we go. There. You enter the Blood of the Vine tavern once again. Same as before. There aren't a whole lot of people here. Just the Vishtani women. Eric, the bartender. Eric's just wiping a glass, as always, staring off into apparent nothing. The Vishtani women.
Oops, sorry.
The Vishtani women, kind of glance back, seeing a number of you again, just kind of whatever. But at sight of the Loxodon, they actually startle. And one of them, what devilry is this?
Hold the pharmacy, please.
No, he's cool. Don't worry. We met him in town.
He's cool. He looks like some unholy creature.
Well, not exactly devil. I'm just a little different. Got some elephant blood in me. Don't worry, I don't mean no harm. I'm just here, I just got stuck here like all the other people that are now here, the new guys in town. Just don't. I'm not even here, just do your things. I'm just gonna have a drink and adjust to being here, I guess.
He speaks.
Yeah, you guys
yes.
don't look so freaking hot.
Well, look at you who's talking. When's the last time you took a shower?
What did you say to me? Oh, man. You talking about my funk? So which one said that, actually? He's gonna go over.
This one.
I'm gonna fly to the center of the table and just sit down and stare that Vishtani in the eyes. What did you just say to me? I just took a shower for the first time 10 minutes ago. It was...
You can tell, usually we know when you're coming because we smell you first.
Oh, that's it, pal. I'm gonna reach towards him and grasp his lapel.
Rufus! Our friend has seen enough trouble today. Why don't we just all have a round of ale? Do you drink ale, Doran?
Sure. If they have juice, maybe. But yeah, no. Let's drink ale. Ale sounds good. I take an ale.
Cocks his head curiously at the juice comment. A round of ale for me and my friends, he says to the bartender.
That same Vishtana woman calls back after you. We don't have any ale, we serve wine.
Well, then a round of that.
Sounds.
Oh, juice. So
right.
ale it is. Wine it is. Excuse me. So, Rufus, are you still sitting on the table?
Oh yeah, I'm still holding onto the lapel of that Vishtani right now. I'm not saying anything, but I'm just I'm staring. I would roll for intimidation. I'm tired of these Vishtanis hanging out here. I know
Okay.
they own the place.
All right. As the Vishtana woman calls out, Eric, go ahead, serve them some purple dragon smash. Purple dragon mash. Go ahead and make me an intimidation check. Ooh, 24.
Nice.
That better be the best goddamn dragon mash I've ever tasted, or I am gonna go through this place and destroy everything.
As the Nishtana woman has called out, turning her head to call out to Eric, she turns back and then sees you standing menacingly on the table, and then she just like, whoa, and sits down. And there's some like odd fairy fey magic kind of going on right now, and she's just like kind of puts her hands on the table, splayed out in front of her, and then palm upward. Easy there, fella. Apologize for my offense.
That's what I fucking thought. And then he's just gonna like jump down from the table and then just walk around over the other side here.
All right.
Can I like lean over to Rubicon and be like, yeah, what is it with those women? They own the place, or?
Yeah, they're the owners, and I don't know, they're kind of assholes, but but I mean, I don't know. They let us drink here, so what are you gonna do?
How do they look like exactly?
So
They've all got
these
giant sticks up their asses. That's what they look like.
these three women are Vishtani. So like Vishtani you can think of as like gypsies, like you see those movies with like the gypsy people. That's kind of what they are, the nomadic people on the caravans and the carts that wander around everywhere. So they're kind of synonymous with gypsies.
Okay, but they own the place. I got that right.
Correct.
Or they. All right.
They appear to be the owners.
Cool. Well, then let's have a drink, calm down, relax a little.
Okay.
Here.
As you all sip on your glasses of purple grape mash number 3, I got the name wrong. Gotta correct that. Purple grape mash number 3. It's good wine. It warms you up. It has a perfect little bit of like sweetness to it. It's full-bodied. It's kind of weird since entering this land how depressing and heavy everything kind of is. Even the very air kind of weighs on you, seeming to like want to choke you. There's always something sinister just around the corner. You feel like your senses and your nerves kind of get burnt out from darting your eyes around the place. But drinking this wine kind of transports you away. You're at least able to enjoy it for the moment.
Tasting this, Rubicon says, or thinks to himself, he remembers the statement from the fortune teller about the cask of wine. So he says to the Vishtani ladies, like, hey, this is actually really good. Reminds me of another great wine I had once. Do you have other barrels of fine wine?
We do. Every once in a while, some of our Vishtani neighbors come by and peddle their wares. They bring over some of the wine from the winery out to the west, the Wizard of Wines. They make a couple vintages, a few different ones every year. We mainly keep in stock the Purple Grape Mash number 3 and Red Dragon Crush. Every once in a while we get Champagne de l'Estompe, but that is a special wine and expensive, and we cannot make a profit, so we usually do not keep it on hand.
Do you so you don't have any right now then?
I could check in back to see if we have any Red Dragon Crush, but we do not have any of the Champagne de l'Estompe.
Okay. Does Rubicon get the sense that this wine would taste better cold?
Yes.
So I'd use prestidigitation and cool down all our glasses and say, hey, this would make it go down a little easier. Not that it really needs the help if it's already good wine.
All right. It does actually add a little bit. The little bit of sweetness in the wine is brought out a little bit more after you make it cold, blending a lot more of the flavors so that you get a full palate as you are sipping on it.
Nice. So so I tell everybody, like, hey, try it this way, and I cool down each of their glasses.
Algrim nods approvingly. Huh.
Notes of cherry.
It turns into scotch.
Ooh, now we're talking.
I'm not gonna lie, I like scotch. It's definitely different, but kind of like that
Teach me that
smokiness.
spell,
Yeah.
Rubicon.
I'll turn wine.
Turn wine to scotch.
That's what happens when you don't drink it. It turns into alcohol.
Oh no.
All right. Anything else anyone wants to do here?
Yeah, I would like to look at the bartender. What kind of vibes does he give off? He's like how what does he look like? Is he does he look normal or like a normal human, or is he makes a weird impression or something?
He does not look normal. He's a pudgy little man. And everything he does kind of seems to be mindless. Like he's just on automaton, just like going through motions. You see, since coming in, he's been cleaning glasses. He hasn't been cleaning the same glass. He's been cleaning all the glasses, but you swear that he just finished cleaning and then started cleaning them all over again. He kind of stares off into nothing. Even when he's looking directly at you, it's like his eyes aren't focused on you. He has a very pale complexion, likely because of the land that you're in, because ever since entering, the sun has not fully shown itself. Everything seems to be in perpetual dim light.
Okay, how do his eyes look? Is he are they obviously probably not he's not looking intently, he's just staring at in the distance, or he's they're glassy, or what can I see? Does he look like he's charmed or something?
If you want to try to discover if he's charmed, let's see. Please make me an insight check.
Inside. There it is.
Wisdom insight. Ooh. All right, Doran. Please meet me in the Whispers.
Where's that?
Right here. Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay. Doran, you rolled a 24. As you're looking at this man...
Excuse me, what?
As you're looking at this man...
Yeah?
You get the sense that he's not all there. His mind is somehow, missing something. Could be a few things, but for some reason you're thinking there's no one behind the wheel. He doesn't have a personality. He's fully human, fully conscious. He's fully there, but he has absolutely no personality.
All right.
As to exactly what that could mean, you're not sure, but one thought kind of comes to mind because of your spiritual upbringing. Does he even have a soul? Kind of find yourself one.
All right. He's named Eric, right?
Eric, yes. Arik. I'm gonna put you back.
Funny, that-
Gonna put you back in the app.
Like, I don't know. Curious to see your guys' thoughts.
I think the
The egg
egg
has
would
to
be
be on
on the
top.
patty. Egg on the patty.
Yeah,
Hello
cheese
again?
over that, melted over that to kind of keep them together.
Oh yeah.
So wait, so bun, burger, egg, bacon.
I
Melted
want
cheese.
the hash
Melted
browns
cheese.
under the burger.
Melted
Yeah,
cheese
I like
and
that.
Are
then
we
burger.
talking about breakfast items?
No, we're talking about burgers because you said
In a way.
burger master.
Ooh,
Anyway,
love me a good mushroom Swiss burger.
Also does.
All right, I just sip my wine. All relaxed,
Okay.
chilling.
Oh, I know. I'll do one other thing. So I turned to Rufus and I'm like, hey, I point to the collar around his neck and I was like, I'm just curious, like, do you know what that is? Do you want that on your neck? It looks really uncomfortable.
oh shit, I missed something. Were you talking to me?
Yeah, sorry. I'm asking you about your collar. So I'm saying, hey, like, I've been meaning to ask you, like, that thing looks really uncomfortable. Like, do you want that on your neck?
Yeah, I thought we already tried this. This thing has been fucking killing me. It's always itching and scratching. And then he tried to like crack it open with some of his thief tools. I tried to like jam something like a sharp dagger into my neck. I can't break it loose. I mean, if you want to look at it, I would love for somebody to get this frickin' thing off my neck.
Yeah, so Rubicon would like to do, well, I guess I'd like to do an Arcana check on it with guidance on me.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
You didn't have guidance on you. Roll a d4.
No. Did that roll?
I know why. It's not a self-cast, so when you clicked on it, it didn't have a target to apply it to. Okay.
There we go. I think finally did it.
Alright, so you rolled a 1 on your Arcana, unfortunately.
Ow.
So you rolled a total of 5. You're not picking anything up. It seems just like a mundane iron collar to you.
We should try to
Can
get
I-
that off of you.
Yeah, that
Okay.
would be a great idea.
Eat
Rufus. Maybe we don't heat metal around his neck when he can't take it off.
the joke.
Rufus, do you think it might be magical? The collar? Where did you like? Where did you get it? Or like, did you put it on yourself? I wouldn't think so, right? I mean,
Let's see. So I think I'm gonna lie to the Loxodon. Do you need me to make a deception? Do I need to not say that? Like I don't know how to make that work.
It's up to you guys. So you can roleplay it out, and then just however it's roleplayed is how it stands, or you can do checks.
All right. I
you
mean,
can
I'll
just lie to me. I mean, I don't like.
Now that you know that I'm lying, yeah.
I have
Like-
second.
So,
You
so
just double
basically,
speak him and, like, tell the truth now.
Rufus is gonna get pretty somber for a second and be like, I don't fucking know how I got this thing on me. It was there, all right? So I want to get it. It's off. I mean, same thing with the shield, right? It's the same freaking metal, but I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
I
And
mean,
then at that, he's just gonna stop talking.
I mean, I don't want to like obviously. I don't want to intrude on your life, but if you want, if we like later today like have a few minutes, I could check if it's magical, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Do you know if it's I mean, if you don't know where it's from, I don't
Right.
know.
Would we have picked up that if it's magical or not whenever Soshani, I guess I guess we didn't ask. So
Yeah. So the last time that you guys checked on this, I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Dahlgrim actually, but you did kind of find out that this is an odd metal. Yeah, it was Dahlgrim because the ore was like otherworldly. It wasn't a mundane ore. It was something different. So like this collar isn't necessarily in from the universe that you guys are familiar to. So
Back
it's
when we all
it's
first
like
met each other.
yeah, it's like it's arcane in a way. There's not like necessarily a magical essence to it, but it is arcane in a way because the ore it is made of is some different type of metal that nobody knows.
So yeah, I mean, giant elephant guy. If you want to like check this thing and get it off my neck, I'd be pretty appreciative. But no one's been able to do it yet.
Yeah, I mean, I can. It's like it looks fucking uncomfortable. I mean, it's like if you can get it off, that probably would be a good thing, right? So I mean, yeah, I can. I'm gonna try. I mean, I'm gonna look. I mean, we have a few minutes, right? You drink your wine. I prepare the ritual, and then I'm just gonna look what I see.
Okay. You said ritual. Is there a specific spell you're trying to cast?
Detect magic.
Okay.
As a ritual, that's like what is that? 10 minutes to do the ritual, and then it's up for whatever. How much? Yeah, 10 minutes. So while we're drinking, or like while they're drinking the wine, I'm just gonna take off my how's it called? The vial I have around my neck, and I'm just gonna start like under my breath to pray and to start like gearing up the ritual. I mean, yeah. Start.
While he's doing that, like if I talk to him, I'm assuming he's focused on the ritual, right? Like not really able to be part of a conversation.
Yeah. So detect magic itself is one action, so it would take some time. He'd have to focus on the ritual. Try not to break it. Yes.
Okay.
All right. As the new friend Doran begins going through this ritual process, detect magic, specifically on Rufus's collar. It takes a little bit of time. Whispers words, incantations, maybe some candle burning, incense. We are going to take a break.
Hey, Nomad.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I just sent you a little a DM.
Oh,
too, just
okay.
So you know.
How long is the break gonna be?
Probably 3-5 minutes, something like. This will be our mid-session break.
I don't know. It's like somehow
I am back.
We are always unhappy with where we are for some weird reason.
I think that just is true of everyone. And, the place where you live and grow up, you become accustomed to, and it's not that special. So when you go to other countries with other cultures, it seems more special, more unique.
Yeah, or you leave and then you realize, maybe it wasn't that bad at home.
Yeah.
Right.
Which happens.
I'm one of those freaks where every now and then you have someone that like loves, like I'm from the same like Sauerkraut and I are from the same hometown, Green Bay, Wisconsin in the States. And I miss it. I love it. I always loved Green Bay, but I wanted to marry him, and his work takes him to other countries, so
You're in England, right? Did I catch that?
Yep, we're
London or like
no, Suffolk area?
Near Cambridge, if that helps.
Oh yeah.
Near Cambridge. We're about 2 hours away from London.
All right.
Thankfully, because we're not big city people.
That's
We
why
like
I
our little-
decided to just travel to places that I think are gonna suck or be horrible. That way, when you get there and it's horrible, you're not disappointed, and you come back and you're like, man, I've got it pretty good. I really like, so I need to look for the worst possible places to go, and that's how I'm gonna decide.
I tell you
Makes
what,
a lot of
Bobo,
sense, really.
come visit us in England either in the spring or in the fall. In the spring, all it does is rain. In the fall, all it does is rain, and I won't spray the house for spiders, so our house will just be full of spiders for you.
You know we're in the Pacific Northwest, right?
right.
I did forget that. I did forget that.
They might get more rain than us.
Here. Yes.
Yeah.
I did actually, yes. I forget that.
Right. Looks like
My
everybody's
bad.
back.
You merely adopted the rain.
I was born in it.
Molded by it.
Okay, but do you get like
I didn't see the sun until I was nearly a man.
Do you get spider season every fall though, where your house is just infested with spiders?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And
See, in
every
Wisconsin-
time I walk to my car, I have to walk through multiple cobwebs.
Okay, I would say so. You guys are basically like America's version of England, because Wisconsin, we didn't deal with this shit.
Oh yeah.
We just
Let's
dealt with
just-
like blizzards and tornadoes. It's baby stuff.
Let's
getting
just
those now.
all be thankful that we don't have like Australian death animals and creatures.
I am
You know,
That
in
is something I'm
Australia,
That is something to be thankful for.
Australia is like a real world D&D campaign. Like,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
In Australia, there's more monsters there for like a level 4 character for sure. Than
Yeah.
did you know? I've learned that in Australia, it is common for people to have a toilet spider.
Yeah.
It is a non-aggressive but very like poisonous spider, but it doesn't attack humans. But it's non-poisonous, but it's huge. But it eats all the poisonous spiders and other like small like insects that invade their house constantly. So it's just, oh, that's a toilet spider. I can't do an accent.
It's just like
counterclockwise.
it just like moves in, and then
Yeah,
just
it's
lives
just
there.
like that's just a toilet spider.
Like
And
they
it just
don't.
makes its web around the
Oh my
toilet, and it
God.
keeps your toilet safe.
Yeah, and sometimes you open the toilet and it's just in there, and you're like, "Hi, buddy, how you doing today, Frederick?"
I would be afraid. I would never sit on that toilet. No, thank you.
I'd be worried it would be like a
Standing
hand
up.
for one of my turds though. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want like one of my turds in the bowl. That would suck.
All right, let's get back to D&D.
If you say so.
Yeah. All right. So everybody's back, and yep, everybody looks like they're ready.
Yes.
So back to where we were. I'll get to this up there. All right. Thorin, as you finish your ritual, you do see a faint magical aura around this collar.
Which school of magic is it? Because I think I can see that too.
You are able to see a pinkish aura around it. Enchantment. You get the sense that there is some sort of commanding magic.
Then I relate that to Rufus. So yeah, Rufus, your color, it's definitely something's magical with it. Looks like there's some kind of enchantment magic on it. I mean, I sadly I don't have anything to deal with it at the moment, but I mean, I don't know, maybe Rubicon, does that help you? Maybe you can do something, or
Can I take another crack at this Arcana check?
I'll let you make another check because now you have more information, so you're able to kind of narrow down what you're looking for. Yeah, go ahead and make another Arcana check. What specifically are you trying to determine?
What kind of enchantment is on it, or I don't know if like if there's if there's like an obvious like way to like stop it, like stop the magic or make it so that the color will come off.
Okay. Got it. Go ahead and make another Arcana check. Rolled a 9 with the guidance.
Man.
Yeah, you're having a hard time there, Rubicon.
That's not my thing.
Yeah.
Strong wine.
Your mind is a little fuzzled.
He's Rubikoff his game.
Boom.
While he's looking at Rufus, like, obviously my gaze goes through the room and detect magic works in like a 30-foot radius. When I look at Eric, is there anything magical about him?
No.
Okay.
He's
Like,
not
You do
like
see that Rufus's cloak lights up.
with what kind of magic?
Just remnant magical energy for the cloak. Not any particular school.
All right. Anything else that jumps to my attention?
Dahlgrim's long sword. So we got anything?
Anything for the ladies, or they're just chilling?
The ladies, you can tell, have magical affinity. Yes.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Good. Then after I've looked around in the room, then I drop the concentration on the spell.
Okay.
And then I like go like I bend over to Rufus again. Or like I talk to him like, yeah, you know. Also, I don't know if you knew. Just want to let you know your cloak. There's some fragments of magic left in there. Just so you're aware of it. I don't know where you got it.
It's magical, but I don't know what it do. I don't know what it does. It just everyone keeps saying my cloak is magical, but I have no idea what it does.
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you either, sadly, but you're okay.
It's pretty warm.
So you knew.
That's why I've got it. I mean, it's actually a really warm cloak. So I mean.
Yeah, I mean, it looks very nice. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
Wait, he's kind of like as he's watching the Loxodon kind of eye his cloak, he's getting a little bit paranoid.
I wouldn't. I mean, it's like, what is it? Like a handkerchief for me? Nah, I mean, it's like, keep it. It's just, just trying to be nice.
Yeah, well, you say that you'd be nice over there without my cloak.
So Rubicon says, should we catch Doran up on like what we know so far?
Sounds like a good plan.
Like Doran, I don't know if you went over the story at all in your session 0.
Not really.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I'll give you probably a pretty garbled interpretation of what's happening, but basically I was dispatched by the Order of the Iron Gauntlet, I think is the name of it, to investigate werewolves. I met up with my companions here, and we were approached by a man who told us he could take us to where the werewolves were or where some clues would be, and we ended up in an encampment with these Vistani people, not these women, but other Vistani travelers. And we hung out with them for the night, and then they took us to Barovia. And I've never seen this place before. Like Ernest mentioned, we think it might be some kind of other world or something. Anyway, the Vistani took us to a fortune teller who gave us a card reading and told us a bunch of things, which is what we're seeking right now. Or part of what we're seeking. So we're looking for a cask that once contained the finest wine, of which not a drop remains. We're looking for a spot deep in the mountains at the end of a long and winding road where there's a faceless god. We're looking for a town where all is not well, and we'll find a house of corruption, and within a dark room full of still ghosts, which, interestingly, we maybe have already stumbled upon because we had a whole adventure here in town with a crazy house that was trying to kill us. We're also looking for a mountainside abbey, and we were told that there's a dark figure on a balcony looking down upon this tortured land with a twisted smile, and I gesture vaguely towards Ravenloft because I think we think it's at the castle. So while we were pursuing those, we befriended the burgomaster who Soshani and Ernest went to go talk to, and we'll introduce you to, hopefully. And he would like us to take his sister to escort his sister to a different town so she can be safe, because she's been under attack by this dark lord, which we think is Strahd von Zarovich. Am I missing anything, Dahlgrim or Rufus? Well, I kind of say Rufus like as a very as an aside.
I have no. I didn't realize we were doing any of those things.
It's a pretty good summary. I would just say, it was all kind of a vague fortune-tellery direction for many of those items.
But aren't we supposed to do something now? Like we need to meet the burgomaster for some lady that we're traveling with, but we're waiting for midnight or something.
That's our immediate goal, right?
Like today or
tonight.
Tonight.
What are we doing? What are we doing again?
Escorting his sister to
Vallaki.
Vallaki, there we go.
And along the way, there might be a hag that we have to murder, and there's a lot going on.
But we should meet this lady now, right? Shouldn't we be going to find the burgomaster and to work on going to Vallaki? Isn't that what's next?
Well, I think Soshani and Ernest went to go talk to him so we can introduce Doran to him.
I thought they were going to church. Or
right.
They were doing both.
Oh, okay.
It was church and then that. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I don't know. She said we should maybe, I should maybe just come to the Burgermeister when he already knows I'm part of the group now. So,
yeah, are we just waiting here for them to come back and give us the green light? Do we want to kind of wave our hands at that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why not? By the way, are you guys like? By the way, are they like looking? Are they hurt? Any of them? Do they look fine? Are they like is anybody bleeding or something? Or like
in our group?
No. Yeah, no. Of the three people that I'm like sitting here right now.
I think we're okay.
Yeah.
A little tired, right?
Yeah, we had a little dust up, but we're mostly okay. I guess we could. Right. Well, I don't know how we would do a rest. I could
use a rest for sure.
I was just asking if someone needs like immediate medical attention or something, but if you're just tired, I mean, I can't really help with that, sadly.
It's all good.
Take a nap, you jerk.
Say power nap was a spell.
So, do we just wait in the tavern for Shoshana?
Yeah, let's just wait. Let's not like ambush the poor Burgermeister.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Okay. All right. And so, let's go to the other end of town. Where Ernest and Soshani are.
Ernest would walk right up to the church's front door and give it a enthusiastic and friendly knock.
So Shawnee is going to just follow quietly. She's not going to say zip because she knows she'll talk about what's in the basement.
Atop the slight rise, just as you had approached before, lies the broken down church. Ernest, you move up to the front doors. Nobody around, no sign. Give a rap with your knuckles. After a little bit, the doors open to reveal the same 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading inwards to the brightly lit chapel. Same sense and smell of mildew. But there is a man in front of you. Donovich. Priest. He regards you with a little bit of surprise, but nonetheless greets you. Hello, Ernest, it was, yes?
Oh, it sure was, bud. How you doing today? How's your kid?
His eyes narrow a little bit at that. Same as before. I'm sorry, is there something you need?
Well, yeah, actually, it seems, I don't know, something in the woods kind of got to me a little bit earlier this day, and he holds up his hands, and they're like, got that, like, kind of, not Parkinson shaking, but, like, there's a little quake to him, right? I don't know, it seems like it's just some sort of, like, affliction that's got to me, I was wondering if they had anything that could help me with it.
He looks back into the church, and then you see him, like, take a little bit of a breath and then exhale, and then looking back at you, and then seeming to make up his mind. Yes, come in, please.
Oh, really awesome. My sis come in too.
He looks out the doorway at her, and then his face just kind of scrunches up like, a little bit of malice directed at her, perhaps.
She goes, I already gave you my word, no action would be taken, and my eyes would be searching for a cure for your son. I mean, no malcontent. I'm here for my brother alone.
He looks between the two of you. Seems to, kind of make up his mind again. Yes, she could come in, but must stay within sight at all times.
Oh, of course. Ernest would follow right on his heels.
Put you guys on the map. Ooh, here we are. Steps out from the doorway to allow you in, and then kind of waves his hands further in, but he doesn't want to get too far. Standing in front of this door.
So Shani doesn't even glance at it. Like, she doesn't avert her vision. She just straight up, she doesn't even look at it.
Chris has got his usual big, genuine smile on his face looking at him.
Please, move into the chapel.
All right.
He follows behind you. Up at the altar. Then he moves behind. Tell me some more. What ails you, my son?
Resta will pull out his idol to a monitor, get on a knee and say, it seems I can no longer trust my hands. They feel so, like, disconnected from my brain, I don't know what it is.
When did it start?
Well, earlier today, there was a lady that was kidnapping a kid, and, we had to stop her. Well, in trying to stop her, I shot one of my crossbow bolts, but even though I thought I had the thing lined up right, it just went way off into the hills.
Kidnapping is not all too uncommon, I must confess. Are you used to these such occurrences? Adventurers such as yourselves, I hear handle a lot of fearsome situations, but usually it is from the monsters.
Agreed. Normally we don't deal with people being monsters too often.
Here, unfortunately, many of the monsters are the people. Come, give me your hands.
The amulet's still like in his hand. He, puts them out reverently.
He grabs you and kind of closes his eyes. Grabs your hands with his underneath. Closes his eyes, bows his head. Whispers a few things like prayers that you actually kind of recognize. Still, it's a striking resemblance to Paylor, the different stuff.
Gotcha.
After a little bit of time, my friend, you're trembling.
I can't seem to stop it either.
Perhaps speak a few prayers with me. I must say I do not know this monitor, but the Sun Lord. Repeat after me.
Will do.
O morning Lord, Lord of the Sun.
O morning Lord, Lord of the Sun.
We ask that you grace us with your shining radiance.
We ask that you grace us with our shining radiance.
And do away with the darkness of the night.
Well, that's right, and do away with the darkness of the night.
And cast away the clouds that fog our vision.
No, and cast those dark clouds away that fog our vision.
We ask that you do this in remembrance of the day.
We ask you do this in remembrance of the day.
For which we are eternally grateful for.
For which we are eternally grateful for.
And as you say these words, you actually feel a reaction. Please make me an affliction removal attempt.
It's not a save, right? It's just a straight check.
An affliction removal attempt. Let's see.
Handbook.
Roll a d20 to make an affliction removal attempt. Yeah, just make a check with your stress ability.
Roger.
With a 12. Ernest, as this kind of familiar sense washes over you, you feel the calm guidance, as if speaking with your deity like you're kind of used to. And this familiar calming sense washes away the mania that you have been experiencing. Successfully remove your affliction.
Good.
Sweet.
Whole party is thankful for it.
Yes, good job.
Even though I don't know what's happening, I breathe a sigh of relief.
Great.
Right.
Oh man, I feel so much better. Ernest starts patting himself and whatnot.
Not in church, brother.
Excellent.
Oh, thank you so much, Donovich. What do I owe you?
Nothing. Honestly, the fact that it worked, I must say, I'm quite glad. These things of a spiritual nature, I don't get very much opportunity to practice in truth.
Oh, well, you haven't lost your touch.
Oh, he's not me, it's the Morning Lord. And then he like turns around and points up to the symbol of a blazing sun behind him.
Well, I can't say I can turn away from turn away from a Monitor, but this Morning Lord of yours might be a close second.
And reminding you that this entire time you've been hearing the yells and the screams of the person down below.
I figured Ernest is trying to ignore it at this point.
So Shani is doing like her best to just keep her face completely passive and like show that she's not hearing it, essentially, because this guy's helping her brother.
All right. Well, I won't take too much time away from your prayers. I hope that the same thing can someday happen. Well, not same, but something similar can one day happen to your kid. If not, we'll be back with some sort of cure. I promise.
Yes, of course. And Ernest, you're actually earning some renown with this man. He seems to have almost a happy demeanor about him. It's odd that this interaction seems to have kind of renewed something with him, even further than the funeral procession that you had all taken part of in this morning. Yes, of course, Ernest. Anything else I can do for you?
Well, actually, yes. I have some, well, unfortunate cupcakes that need to be properly disposed of in the graveyard. Would you mind if I gained entrance to the back?
Cupcakes? Sure. I will not bar you entry from our graveyard. Just don't deface anything.
No, I wouldn't dream of it.
Yeah, I do apologize. You don't strike me as a man that would do so, but just out of habit.
All right. We don't have to roleplay the whole thing, but Ernest would go back, make like a little hole for each cupcake, like kind of along the fence. Say a few words over each one and bury the cupcakes.
Well, and so Shani has 4 as well, so she would join.
Perfect.
Okay. Say it'd probably take 30 minutes just to bury and do all the stuff. Okay.
Yep.
Anything else?
I think then we would leave and we would head back to the tavern, like we said we would.
Yep. No. First, we're going to, we have to talk to the dude about our new friend. Make sure he's okay with a giant elephant person joining us.
The Bürgermeister?
Yes.
Burger. All
right, so just you two are going to Ismark?
Yep, because the plan was to talk to him about it first.
Gotcha.
And say, like, because otherwise if we just walk up with him, like, they might go on the defense. That was Soshani's thought.
On the spot,
Yep.
All right. I will put you back at the Burgomaster's mansion.
Fast travel.
Once again, you approach to see the weed-choked grounds of the Burgomaster's mansion before. Its twisted and torn iron gates, with one lying cast aside, repeating the same stuttering squeal against the wind. The same weary-looking mansion sitting behind the fence. Nothing has been cleaned up or swept aside, and the claw marks remain upon the walls, along with the trampled grasses up right to them, fading away slowly, so slowly, with the passing of the day. The windows remain boarded up and the door is closed. You You see nobody around. No sounds, just eerie silence, like the rest of the village, save for the grinding, squealing of the gate.
Ernest turns to his sister and like gives a sarcastic bow and like puts both of his hands pointing towards the front door. Like, after you.
She rolls her eyes and starts walking. Do we see any like new damage done? No, it's not
No.
Be select token. All right, there we go. So she'll walk up and knock on the door and yell, "It is I, so shoddy, and my brother Ernest."
As you walk up through the doors and through the broken windows, you hear raised voices within. One, a female, sounds thick with irritation, and the other, male, pleads to the woman for understanding. Ismark and Irina appear to be arguing.
Brother, you dolt! He wasn't some adventurer. Father was slain by him in battle, or by any agent sent to do such. He died of a heart failure. He perished by other means. Yes, but only by Strahd's doing. If it were not for the devil coming to you, Father would still be alive. He was slain by... Oh, so it's my fault, is it? Oh, no, Irina, sister, that's not what I meant.
You knock on the door, and it pauses before finally the door opens, and you see Ismark standing before you.
Hello, Ismark.
Hello. Where is the rest of your band?
Well, that is actually what we came to talk about. They are fine. However, we did actually meet another adventurer that found himself suddenly transported to this realm, and he was almost stoned by the villagers.
Oh, really? The villagers went up in defense? That's, quite unlike them.
You see, he is not, of strictly normal appearance. He is are you familiar with what a loxodon is?
No. You
Are you
haven't heard
familiar
this.
with what an elephant is?
No. Sounds exotic.
Oh, they're beautiful. So, really, he's a good man. He's just what usually looks like an animal standing up on two legs instead of four. He's got big tusks coming out, a giant long nose, big grey ears. Can actually give quite an intimidating appearance.
That
However,
sounds terrible.
Yes, however, he is quite a good soul from what we met. I like to think myself good at reading those.
You sure he's not some new demon sent here by Strahd?
Even as the villagers surrounded him, he made no aim to reach for any weapon nor defend himself in any way. Upon their approach, upon ours, anything.
I mean, if he's part of your troop now, I suppose I don't have much choice. I'm not going to deny help if he's willing to help.
Well, I was wanting to, ask you before you met him because I wanted to brace you for his appearance, as it is quite, as you put it, exotic. Perhaps you'd like to come to the inn with us and meet him? That way you can meet him before he knows the location of your home. Whatever you're comfortable with, we have put some trust in him. We have welcomed him into our numbers. He's given us no reason to doubt him.
I don't really have anything else pressing. But So my sister should probably stay here. And then she's behind him, kind of like arms crossed. Oh yes, of course, leave me, as always. Poor Irina can't do anything for herself, right? Sister, I'm just trying to keep you safe.
I don't think a walk to the tavern would do her too much harm. Plus, we'll all be together.
I would not underestimate the devil Strahd. He can walk freely except for entering the home. As far as I'm aware. You didn't let him in, did you, Irina? No. It was always when I was out and about. And then he looks to you, kind of like shrugs, like, what are you gonna do?
So Shani would kind of put her hands up and, well, if it would bring you further discomfort to have her in our company, we can just welcome you along. In fact, one of us can stay back and stay here while the other two go. I'd hate to leave you alone, Irina. I know you're perfectly fine, but loneliness can still be annoying.
Irina moves up now. I'm so sick of everybody being able to move about and do as they wish, and I must stay back. Protect Irina. She's so weak. I'm not weak.
No, nobody said you're weak, but when it comes to fighting the devil, even the strongest can only stand so strong. I should never call you weak myself. Would you, brother?
No, you look like you can handle yourself.
However, there's a difference between being able to take care of yourself and putting yourself in unnecessary dangerous positions.
Ismark kind of turns to her. See, they're speaking sense. Brother, I'm over it. I'm sick of everybody making decisions for me. I can make my own decisions.
So, shall we stay here and play some cards?
If you are going to the tavern, I will be coming with you.
Well, let's get going.
Ismark looks back. Perhaps they come here instead?
I suppose that can be arranged. They're not too far.
Irina just rolls her eyes and then stomps through the door. And Ismark kind of like tries to stop her, but she bats his hands away. Please help me, you two, please.
Now, Irina, why don't we just stay here and I will... Oh, hold on, what can I do? No, that's not what I thought it was. And why don't we just allow Ernest to go get them? We simply did not want to bring them here without the warning. They're just at the tavern drinking.
Yes, we still have some wine stores, I believe. If they're looking for wine, we can replenish them. There's no need to leave the house, Irina.
We just knew you'd been under attack before and did not want to bring an unknown presence onto your land without warning.
Whatever you want to do. I don't care anymore.
Brother, will you go get our friends?
All right. BRB.
Right. A few more minutes pass. Do the rest of you want to come back, or do you want to remain at the tavern?
So Ernest is there and telling us we should go, or what?
Yeah.
Ernest would get there post haste, pop in the door, say, "Hello, greeting friends. We got some lodging over at the Burgomaster. He's happy to have you."
All right,
let's go.
let's do it.
Okay.
Let's roll out.
Awesome.
Real quick, right as the door is leaving to the tavern, I'm going to be the last one to exit.
God damn it.
I'm casting Druidcraft and just like kind of getting down on the ground on all fours, kind of pretending to do a little fart. I'm gonna fart, Druidcraft, close the door, and like get out of there.
Wow.
All right. Before you leave the Vishtana, make sure to collect on the bar tab. So they ensure that a silver piece for the pitcher of wine is given. I don't know who's paying for that. Someone.
I pick up the tab, guys. I'm the new guy. You know, it's on me.
Oh,
Oh, that's friendly.
thank you, Doran.
Yeah, don't worries.
Okay. There we go. I got it in your inventory then there, Doran. All right. Now, everybody gets to be on the map. Everybody hopefully has it open. Otherwise, open it via your token.
Okay, so do we just go in? Okay, I just follow. And then I'm just like...
So Shani would have been in the house and like been watching for the reproach because her brother left on his own. So she would have seen and told Ismark, here they are, and like opened the door for you all. So you all familiar with Rufus and Rubicon and Dargrim? This is our newest friend, Doran.
Hello. It's an honor to meet you, Mr. Burgermeister. I'm sorry to like intrude on your home, but I got lost in the mist, and now I guess I'm here. So trying to just make the best of it, I guess.
At the sight of you, Ismark bristles and takes a step back. Oh, by the light of the morning, Lord! Irina looks unfazed. She's just like kind of looking at you, studying with interest. Ismark places a hand before Irina's chest, and then she just bats it away. Oh, you dolt. You're just like the rest of the villagers. See, he's walking among them, not hurting anybody. He's just different. She walks up. Well met, sir. Is that a good title to call you by?
Yeah, sure. Just call me Doran, and like extend my hand, I guess. I don't know. What do you do? Like, do you shake hands? I just extend my hand. I mean, it's like, yeah.
I say we could shake hands, not necessarily our custom. But yes, Doran. Well met. My name is Irina. I forgive my brother.
Nice to meet you. It's no problem. It's I've experienced this before. I know how I look. It's you have to get accustomed to it. It's fine. No worries.
Ismark walks up slowly, kind of like looking between all of you. He's anxious, hesitant, but nevertheless, I suppose yes. Sorry for my reaction. I've just these lands are full of monsters, and I guess a natural reaction to have. I've never heard of any being such as you before. But if you're here to help, I will accept it.
Yeah, sir, we are a rare breed, I guess. I never met anyone like me either, so it's I am one of a kind, I guess, right now. But yeah, it's nice to be able to help, I suppose.
And it is very welcome. So my sister and I were just talking earlier, kind of figuring out exactly what to do. And he's like trying to be all like political about it and everything. And then after a while, Irina interrupts. Just tell them. My brother wants to stay until midnight to watch the March of the Dead in order to see his father again, but his father's not going to be there. Is he, Ismark?
Excuse me, what? March of who?
The March of the Dead. It is an occurrence that happens every night here. Don't worry, they are not ghosts. They're friendly ghosts. I wouldn't say friendly. They have yet to attack anybody. Mostly they ignore anyone. It is a procession up to Castle Ravenloft at midnight every night. Omen to... yes, ghosts of past adventurers, those slain by the devil Strahd. An omen to all those to beware his wrath, or they should suffer the same curse. My brother thinks our father is going to be part of this procession. And then Ismark kind of looks annoyed, like, come on, sister, you know, kind of one of those things. He was slain by Strahd. All those slain by Strahd are part of the procession. He was not slain by Strahd. He died of, well, not natural perhaps, but his heart gave out. Strahd didn't kill him. He succumbed to his own stresses. Ismark responds. Nonetheless, I mean, what are we going to do? Leave now? When it's going to be dark soon? We have time to waste anyway. And then Irina huffs.
Could I make an investigation check to see if I can determine whether the father would be in the procession or not, given the facts at hand?
Sure.
While he roads, is there an actual coffin in the room, or is that just...
That's gone now. It's
Okay.
just, yeah, it's on the map itself, so I can't remove it.
Alright. Good.
There it was, though.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Alright, Ernest. You rolled a 7.
Yikes.
Based on the information at hand, you don't think it completely out of the question whether the father would be there. You don't know exactly how this curse or whatever this event thing is. You don't know exactly how it works, so you really can't
Roger.
tell.
Ernest would just stay quiet then.
I'm sorry, guys. I gotta be right back.
No worries.
So there was a coffin in the room.
Yes.
With a really stinky dead body in it.
It was the father of the burgomaster and his sister, Irina. We laid him to rest in the cemetery
All
up
right, I'm
north.
here.
Good to know.
Okay. So, at the sign of this little debate kind of happening between brother and sister, it leads a few possibilities. Ismark wants to stay. Irina says it's unnecessary to stay. But leaving right now at... Let's see. About 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Might not be the best idea given what you know about these lands and the dangers. So you got time to waste anyway. What are you guys thinking?
I say we get a rest in.
Algrim points out that seeing who has fallen to Strahd before might be an informative practice.
Plus, I'd rather leave at first light than at middle of the light of day.
Yes.
Agreed.
Definitely.
Ismark nods his head at all this. Yes, see, sister, they're helping us. I help them. They're gonna see all the other adventurers and gauge their strength and everything. And then she nods her head back like, "Oh yes, I'm sure that was your intent."
Just for my clarification, sir, where exactly are we going with your sister? We are escorting her somewhere? Is that correct?
Oh, they didn't inform you.
Well, I mean, they tried to do it as short as was possible.
Yes. My sister needs to get out of town, and the roads are very dangerous. We don't travel between the different villages. I must say, I don't think I've ever been outside of the village. My sister either. Me by myself, I could not make the trek alone. We would for surely perish. And I'm unable to find any help from the rest of the villagers. So I was kind of stuck here. By chance of fate, speaking with all of you, they've agreed to help me bring my sister to the next town of Vallaki. I hear it has walls and might be safe.
Might be safe.
Yes, I'm not so sure safety can ever be assured in such a land as Barovia.
I must admit, we do now have further motivations for going to Vallaki as well. We are following the scent of someone, and it led us to a pathway that pointed that way, so we're really all helping each other.
Ah, excellent. Mutual goals lining up. That is a recipe for success.
I tell you this so that you're not too surprised when I become a wolf on our travels, so that I can follow the scents further.
What do you mean you turn into a wolf?
I have certain communications with the healthy natural world, and my abilities as a druid allow me to take the form of animals which I have seen in past before.
What do you mean
worry.
you're a druid?
It's not lycanthropy or anything. She don't need a full moon.
Yeah, Rufus takes out a bunch of the hair from inside his overalls and actually presents it to the visor. Yeah, it's like she looks like this kind of, and he starts to like crudely form a little wolf out of the hair that remains.
Excellent. Ismark definitely seems kind of taken aback, and he anxious once again. The druids, you're not from these lands, correct? You're from outside?
Correct. I'm not one. This is not something I've hidden from you. I apologize if it has not been shared outrightly. But no, I'm not one of the ones that. We actually came upon a druid, and I tried to communicate with him. We had to lay him to rest. His mind is broken.
Irina speaks up. You'll have to forgive my brother. He easily startled. Yes, a little worrisome based on our knowledge of the creatures that we face every day. There are wild druids about the land, but as you say, they are crazed in an entirely different tribe. More savage and animal than man.
Have you ever come across a druid not worn to such savagery? One with a demeanor such as myself, at all?
Neither of us have ever come across them, but the tales passed on from parent to children for the purposes of keeping them safe tell us to beware of any of the wild men.
Well, it would make sense. These lands are poisoned in one way or another, and we druids have quite the connection to nature and the lands. So, while my connection is to the lands and to nature of another land, my brain remains intact.
Yeah, we encountered one earlier today. He seemed like a fellow that got lost out of the loony bin.
Yes, even our own druidic language, he was speaking just nonsense. But you have nothing to fear from me.
Ismark, standing up straight again. I don't know that I'm going to get used to this whole adventuring thing. But yes, the march is at midnight, so we definitely have time to waste. I'm not sure what you wish to do with the passing of time, but I believe we have more stores of wine. I can go look if you want to break a glass.
Have you any cards or dice or any other games? We might as well have at least one joyful night before all hell may break loose on ventures.
Yes, I will look. I'll see what my father has stored away. And Ismark leaves to go to kitchen, leaving Irina alone with you.
So, where do we sleep at night? Are there guest rooms? Or...
There are certain appointments upstairs.
Do I have to, like, be careful? I mean, I'm, pretty heavy. I don't want to rip apart the furniture,
I'm not sure that we might have a proper bed for your size, but we could see how many pillows and such we have. There's also the rug in front of the fireplace. Some of the chairs. My brother has one bedroom. I suppose I could probably sleep next to him this evening, and then we have 2 other beds.
My brother and I are not shy to share a bed.
It is all up to you. Wherever you, all of you wish to sleep, we won't be staying here much longer.
All right, I go over and I look at the rug. Is it something you could use as a cover, or something I could wrap myself into, or what does it look like?
Yeah, I mean it's a bear skin. So it's definitely better than laying on the hardwood flooring. It'd probably be close to your size actually if you're saying you're 7 feet. So wrapping it around probably wouldn't go so well. But you'd be next to the fire.
All right, guys. I mean, I guess I just make myself comfortable here. It's I don't mind sleeping on a rug. It's warm. It's in the fire, and honestly, I don't need to break another bed in my life. It's happens too often.
Rufus will take his spot underneath the piano like last time.
Are you all going to bed so soon?
No. I mean, I just wanted know where I was going to sleep. We can, talk. Don't we have to eat something? Maybe cook something or something like that.
I suppose you haven't had any. She'll walk up and hand him his her last good berry. I make these every morning. If you have one, you shan't be hungry throughout the day.
Oh, thanks. I take it with my trunk, and then I just it's a tiny. So I just eat it very slowly.
Just delete the good berry. She'll also explain them. So, in addition to that, you will not feel hunger through the day if you have a good berry. It also gives you a slight bit of energy. So, if you find yourself hurt first thing or hurt throughout the day, I do tend to keep extra good berries on my person. Out of character, You get 1 HP per good berry, and yeah, then you don't have to use rations.
Like temp HP or?
No, HP. Like you heal 1 HP if you eat a good berry.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm full right now, but thanks. Tastes great. Thank you very much. Actually never had a good berry before, I think.
I like to think they're quite good.
Zing.
How do they taste like? I completely ignore the pun, by the way. It's like goes straight over my head.
Aggressively. Good.
The good berry is like the most refreshing berry you've ever eaten. And you feel any sense of hunger or thirst wash away.
Nice.
And I do want to be I do want to clarify something, want to be clear. So it's 2:00 in the afternoon. The last time you began a rest was at 8:00 p.m. So you would not be able to even start a long rest, until 8:00 p.m. this evening.
Right, that's why So Shiny called him out for laying down already.
So what can we do between now and midnight?
Let's see.
Ernest would actually like to approach Irina real quick. Oh, hey, Irina. I got this rough map of Barovia that I made before, but do you guys have any better ones, maybe?
Oh, can you tell us where the winery is? That's the other thing.
I say, and remember, her brother left to go get some winery and see if they have like cards or any other sort of games for us to just have some relaxing downtime too.
The winery is just south of Crest.
So, there's probably not a whole lot for you to do in between now and midnight. So you basically just have downtime. You can roleplay as much as you wish. Whenever you guys are ready, we can kind of just fast track to that time. Mm-hmm. And then I actually have a new map made for all of you.
Ooh,
so,
different colors.
Yep, we're going to be using that instead of the other map.
Saving that. So note for the new guys, remember you can save things as a hotkey along the bottom, and you can press F1, F2, F3, etc. to access them.
Yeah.
So one thing I like to do is the end your turn button, the turn complete. I like to drag that down and put that as my F1. So whenever I'm done with my turn, I just have to tap that real quick.
Yes.
But you can also do it for images or items or anything that has that little brown shield on it.
So, everywhere, Doran, so like this kind of for you as well. Everywhere you see one of those little round shield icons, when you click on that, that'll open up like information and stuff. So the Vistani rough map, if you want to put that on a hotkey, you take that shield icon, click and drag it onto the menu bar. That's how you do that.
Before we fast track, I guess I'd want not to actually ask, but Rufus would like to maybe do an insight check on Irina and the other dude as far as like whether they may be able to figure out my collar and or the black cloak. Would I know if they had any magical knowledge or be able to, identify some of these things?
Go ahead and roll insight.
In the meantime, the blue dots on the map, are they like places of interest type of thing? Okay.
Yes, points of interest.
Do we know what they are?
Did that come through? Why did that come through? Did you get my roll?
I do not see it.
I don't either.
A lot of things going on right now. But by the way, how are we feeling about the hidden rolls? Are we okay with that? Are you okay keep doing that, or do you want to get the revealed back and then just remember to roll it in the tower?
I'm fine
good with
with
hidden rolls.
I'm fine.
I'm good with it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, for combat, for
combat you can see it, right? So
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Rufus, you rolled a 15. 16 minus 1. You are getting the sense that neither Irina nor Ismark would probably have any useful information or insight whatsoever.
Great. Yeah, otherwise, that's all I would want to do with my downtime. I can find a way.
All right. So, and then to answer your question, Ernest, everything that's green is like a village or like a habitation. So you're at the B, which is Barovia. There's the R, which is the Castle Ravenloft. V is Vallaki, and then K is Kresk. You're actually quite surprised at the level of detail that the Vishtani got into this rough map. Even this map itself might be worth a bit of coin. Like just the fact of like the waterways where the lakes are, and then different areas and everything. The blue dots, you know about the Vishtani camp, kind of by Sarah Pool. The other, yep, and then the other one, yep, the windmill. You remember hearing about a swamp right here? And then the Wizard of Wine's winery over there.
How do you pull the map back up when you've closed it?
If you go to images, you can open up images and then see all the maps that you have access to. I will also share it with you.
It's under the campaign tab on the right-hand side, top right.
Oh, there it is. Cheers.
Thank you.
And then you also remember hearing about a hill, like something about like an important hill right over there. And as well, there's a tower on a lake or by Kresk.
Now we're also told about the mountain this way.
Yep, and there are it's a mountainous region. So like valleys going up into the mountains and everything like that.
Is there like a scale on the map? Like how?
No.
What are the?
This is a very rough map. So basically, it's just like there's a sheet of paper, whatever, that had lines drawn on it, just to kind of give you a rough idea.
So we don't really know how far it is from here to. How's the city called again?
Vallaki.
Vallaki. I mean, I actually wouldn't know that. I hadn't asked anybody, but all right. So no scale. Sucks.
I mean, we did kind of talk about it at one point, right? Like how long it was going to take to get to Vallaki.
I feel like it was a couple days or something.
Yeah, I thought the burgomaster said it would take like a full day of traveling to get there.
Sounds right.
I could be wrong though.
Well, sounds right to me.
So, what are we gonna do, guys? We have nothing to do. Do you just want to like chill?
Yeah, I
Well,
think we just
Sit around the fire? I don't know. I mean,
I did ask him to go look for any sort of games, and he is looking for wine, so just a bit of patience, and he may come up with something.
Well, Duran, are you fully outkitted for an adventure? You got some rope and some tinder and all the other good valuables you want?
let me check. I'm kind of like fine. I got my mess kit, I got my bedroll, got my tinder box, got my torch, got my water skin. So like I'm looking good. Are you all fine? Does everybody feel good? Does everybody need anything?
The shiny looks a little worn.
I look a little worn.
Yeah. You're missing 4 hit points.
Oh. Yeah.
I could use healing hands.
Oh, I took a couple of hits from those stray people we ran into, but nothing a good nice rest won't fix up.
All right. I mean, so maybe you could just tell me, like, you were talking about a hag that was, like, abducting children?
She used fey magic and spelled these pastries. Well, my brother and I took care of the pastries. But we have a feeling that these children are given to the hag as part of some addiction to these pastries that we've been told put you in a dreamlike state. Because this place is so horrible, the locals get addicted to them, and eventually just hand their children over. And based on what I know of the Fae and the feelings we got, I believe the children are what are used to make these magical pastries.
Oh.
Yes.
Look at Rufus.
Yeah. That shit needs to stop.
God, that's horrible.
Yes, unfortunately, we were hot on our heels, and right before I was able to literally bite her, she disappeared. I couldn't even smell her out with my nose. Which is quite keen, I must tell you.
Yeah, I threw 3 javelins at her. I hit her 3 times, right in the head, and she still didn't die.
Yes, it bounced off of her head and went into the wall of the building. Did it, Rufus?
Yes, that's what happened.
Oh.
Well, she must have a hard head, I suppose.
She was definitely a tough customer.
Alright, I mean, we can keep that in mind once we get Irina to the city. Maybe that's something we could try to remedy. I mean, kids getting turned into pastry, that is dark.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, there are all types of fae out there, and some are scarier, or I should say less humane than others.
I suppose so. I have no great experience with the Fae, I have to admit.
Well, you do now, pal. As you kind of see Rufus's body sort of like shimmer and kind of this like little chest hairs sort of stand on end.
I guess I do. All right. I mean, where's Mr. Burgermeister? Can we look for him? I mean, he's been gone for quite a while. What does he? Did he like fall down the stairs or what? I'm gonna like.
At this, he appears, bringing back a bottle of wine and dice. Hey, it took some time, but most of our bottles are shattered, I must confess. But I found this. It's a very old vintage, I think. From the Wizard of Wines, I think I heard you're planning on going there. But yes, Purple Grape Mash number 2. And this is very old. And found some of these dice. You were asking for dice. We call them bones around here. And then he kind of sets them out in front of you.
Are they real bones?
No, they're not bones.
All right. Oof.
Well,
All
time
right,
to
I mean-
wine and games.
Right. Did you guys want to actually play some games, or did you want to move forward?
Okay, move forward.
Yeah,
Anyone wants to leave and try and do something else?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we fast tracking to? Are we fast tracking to 8 p.m. or are we fast tracking to midnight? If you started a long rest, you wouldn't be able to finish it.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. But you could like jumpstart a rest. I don't know what your guys' thoughts on that. Like if you started at 8 p.m., you could wake up in 3 hours to make your way to the graveyard, and then you would just have to finish the 5 hours because you're only doing light activity.
Okay. That's what I was gonna ask. Like, are we allowed to split that long rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only
Let's
thing
do
the only thing you have to remember is if you do any strenuous activity between that time, which would be making an attack or casting a spell, you would have to restart the rest.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fast tracking to 8 p.m. Beginning your rest. Is there any activity any of you would like to do? You can, I think. Let's see. You can identify a magic item. Rufus still doesn't have that one item identified.
Yeah, okay.
No one,
I'll
else has identified though, does?
You can identify it while you're sleeping, though. Like, spend the time, right?
So,
I guess I don't know how that works.
after spending time with an item, you kind of identify it. So after you would complete a rest, you could do that. Other than that, if you want to know an item, you can actually spend an hour trying to identify it. And then at the end, if you're successful on the check, you can identify it. So if you just want to wait until the rest is done, you'll find out.
Okay, that works for me.
How does it work if I want to change the spells I have prepared?
Once the rest is completed, you would prepare a new list.
All right.
Yep, so after the rest is complete. Okay.
Nice.
So then at like 11 p.m., you would all wake up with 3 hours of rest and make your way to graveyard. Here we are. Edge of the map. Does everybody see it?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I guess. Did we bring like how's it called, torches or something, or?
If you have a torch in your inventory, you can light it.
Can I, if I use the light cantrip, does that count as like activity, or is that?
That would count. That would count as casting a spell. Yes.
All right, then I'm going to use my torch.
Okay.
Does my Moonblade cast any light while, like, stowed or holstered or whatever?
Okay. So specifically with your Moonblade, you can make it cast light. So when it's put away, it does not. In darkness, the unsheathed blade of this sword sheds moonlight, creating bright light in a 15-foot radius and dim light for an additional 15. So as long as it's, for while it's sheathed, it does not cast light.
Okay, I'll keep it sheathed for now.
Okay.
Thanks, though.
All right. All is quiet once again within the cemetery ground. The night is crisp and chilling, a perfect fit for so grim a plot. As you cross the wrought iron fence and step among the gravestones, you find they are all tightly packed together. Weeds creep along the stone with wiry vines barbed and thick. In this darkness, with the faintest bit of moonlight above, unwelcome comes to mind. Only thing that's missing, really, is the fog. It's light this evening, as if the domain wants whatever is about to happen to be seen. What do you do?
So, Mr. Burgermeister, do you want to take the lead? I mean, what are we exactly doing here tonight? Are we waiting for something, or?
Yes, Hasn't started yet. Must not be midnight quite yet.
Alright.
Kind of just steps within. Any moment now. Can't be too far off.
Rufus is going to try to stealthily fly about 30 feet in the air around the perimeter of the graveyard if possible. Just sort of looking around, seeing what's up.
Alright, roll me a stealth check.
Too many maps open. Okay.
Alright. After a little bit of time, the event begins. It starts with an unsettling feeling. You sense like there are numerous creatures all about you suddenly, which can't be seen. They press close upon you, strangling some sixth sense you didn't know you had. Then, an eerie green light suffuses the graveyard. And from this light emerges a ghostly procession. A myriad of adventurers of all sorts crawl from the graves. Wavering images of doughty women toting great swords. Woodwise men with slender bows. Dwarves with glittering axes. And archaically dressed mages with beards and strange pointed hats.
Gandalf?
All these and more claw their way up through the earth, brandishing weapons and looking up west towards the castle upon the cliff overlooking this land. Its silhouette is barely visible against the half moon, a foreboding blackness against the dark night sky. As each figure emerges from its plot, they begin to march forth from the graveyard, their numbers growing by the second. One such figure immediately captures your attention, Rubicon. Your heart nearly stops and your breath chokes in your throat. For from the mass of spectral forms before you can be picked out a familiar face. Wearing the armaments as you had always remembered, following suit as all the others proceeding forward towards the castle high up on the cliff, stands your father.
I just say it's my father, and I approach him, not really thinking about safety or anything.
Ulgrim follows, sort of, at a distance.
I asked the ghost, "Can you hear me?"
He just begins stepping forward in the direction of the castle, same as all of the others.
I'm gonna follow closely and try to get his attention.
The father does not seem to recognize you. He is just staring forward, straight at the castle with a somber face.
I reach out and try to touch him.
Your hand passes through, and his advance does not stop. It is at this time you hear a soft voice, crystal clear but sounding as if from a great distance. It can be heard above the lightly whispering wind. It enters your mind, and you hear it call to you. This time, Rubicon, I need you in the whispers.
Cool.
You were here earlier. There's something familiar about you. You remind me of my previous protector.
Who are you?
Oh, my name is Sarindor Glyther. I'm a crystal dragon, but only still an egg. I haven't been able to quite hatch yet.
Who was your previous protector? Was it my father? Is that why he's here?
Oh, is that why? I called him Uppsala, but others called him Tiberian.
That's my father. What is he? Is he dead? Is that what this means?
Yes, he's gone. That's why I'm here now.
Oh no. Where are you? Where is this egg?
Oh, I'm down here. And then you actually see your father had risen from a gravesite.
I go there.
Okay. You go to the gravesite. Do you open it?
Yes.
Into the ground? All right.
Yes.
Takes you some time, but you begin kind of clawing away at the ground. And after some time, in a shallow grave, you find a wooden box. Sadly, your father's remains are not here, but this box has been placed. And as you open the lid of the wood, you see a brilliant, clear, crystal, egg-shaped object. Oh, you found me!
Yeah, I go to... Is it okay if I pick you up?
She seems a little apprehensive. You get this replying like emotion, a little bit of apprehension. Well, if Tiberian was your father, yes, please.
So I pick up the egg and I examine it. You know, I'm being like really careful with it.
Oh, yes. You look like him too.
Thank you. I can't believe he's gone. So he died and that's why you're here? Am I understanding that right?
Yes, he placed me here for safekeeping. Things weren't looking so well. And you get like a mix of emotions now. There's a bit of rage and anger, but more so overwhelming grief and sadness.
Yeah, for sure. I say to the egg, I will take my father's place. I will protect you.
Oh, I would greatly appreciate that.
I won't let him die in vain. And then I'll want to catch back up to the ghost to see where he's going.
Okay.
But
Hello again.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, Rubicon, as you catch back up to your father's ghost, what are you doing?
I kind of shout back to the others like, I found a crystal egg that my father left here for safekeeping. This ghost is my father. He's died. He must have died fighting Strahd.
What is the significance of this egg?
Okay, hold up. Rubicon, I need whispers again.
Okay.
That was a short term.
All right, Rubicon. When you mention the egg to the others, you feel this overwhelming sense of fear. And this being kind of almost shouts at you, "No! Keep me safe! Keep me secret!"
Well, these are my friends. We will all keep you safe.
"No! They will betray you!" And where you were feeling these strong emotions kind of almost take over, now they retreat. She becomes very quiet, kind of retreating back within herself at this time.
I will keep you safe.
They will
No one else
betray
will touch you.
Just like your father. I am sorry. The memory is just too painful. I cannot go on. And where you were hearing this voice in your head, now it's gone. This presence is no longer there.
All right then. Well, no choice but to carry on.
Oh. Hopefully
right.
didn't land anywhere dangerous.
Hello again.
No. Hello.
Welcome back again.
So I just Rubicon's like, I'm too focused on my father right now. It's just like I don't know what's happening, but it's like something weird is happening, and this is my father, and I need to see what he's doing.
So Shani will kind of look to Ernest.
He's kind of curious to see what Rubicon's doing.
You sure you're fine over there, Rubicon? I mean, it's like ghosts are, not the most normal thing in the world. Maybe you want to be careful over there?
Yes, are they not being summoned to Strahd?
So I call out to the burgomaster and say, where do these ghosts go? Where are they going?
He calls out from a little bit behind because he's remained at the entrance. They march up to the castle every night. It is told that they wish that they are forced to continue their original quest to slay him. Though I can't say they're very successful. And it's at this time, as the ghosts are kind of leaving the edge of the cemetery, they begin walking up into the air, climbing towards the high castle overhead.
Sounds like he's making a mockery of them. No ghost would be able to slay him, so he just has them in an eternal damnation of attempting and failing.
Can I make some kind of is there some way to find out if this is if they are being summoned, or if this is some organic happening? So I don't know.
Make me a proficient religion check. So if you are proficient in religion, anyone can make this check.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Thanks.
Ernest rolled an 18, Doran rolls a 6, Rubicon rolls a 5.
Dope.
Ernest, this is some sort of curse placed upon these souls.
Jeff.
Each one of them is kind of forced in mockery to make this march that they were not able to complete in life, and so they won't be able to complete it in death either. And there's tons.
Gotcha. Oh man, these poor souls are cursed. They were never able to actually march on the castle in life, so it seems like they're forced to do it when they're dead. Oh man. We gotta stop this somehow, but I don't think we can right now.
How strong do these ghost warriors look?
Make a martial check.
They'll never be able to rest, unfortunately.
All right, 16. Some of them look like regular people, you know. Some of them definitely more powerful than others. Some of them look mightier than any of you, even maybe mightier than some of you combined.
Soshani would point out those especially strong-looking ones, and we're nowhere near as strong as that one. They failed in their quest. We must get stronger.
Oh, absolutely. It just means that they were unlucky or ill-prepared.
Everyone is unlucky when fighting the devil, brother.
Good point. Rubicon, are you... What is Rubicon doing right now? Is he like still looking after his father? Or?
Yeah, I'm watching the ghost disappear and just, I don't know. I look very upset.
I'm gonna like go next to him and I'm just gonna say my deepest apologies. I suppose you didn't expect your father's ghosts here.
No,
when did he like?
I didn't.
Oh.
We didn't. He went missing. I was hoping that I could find some clues about what happened to him, and I guess now I know, and I gotta say I don't feel great about it. We have to destroy Strahd.
Oh, I'll agree.
Yeah, this doesn't look very good at all. So about that egg you got.
So about the egg.
What's that shiny thing you have there?
I'm just joking. You said something about an egg, though. Well, like, is it something your father? Is it some of his, or did he find it here, or like, did you like get anything from it?
I guess I don't really know. I feel I looked in his box. His body's not there. I don't really understand. I thought there was gonna be an egg. There was like a voice, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just confused. I probably just need to go back to the house and rest.
Yeah, all right. That sounds like a wise decision. So there's no egg. Just so I don't want to be rude, but just so we are clear about that. There, you didn't find anything.
No.
Oh, all right. Then maybe we should just leave this
So Shani
haunted
does
place.
approach Ismark and Irina. Do you see your father here?
No, I have not spotted him. There's just so many.
Yes, well, clearly he is quite formidable. There doesn't seem to be any more rising from the graves. They all seem to be on their mission now.
Yeah, and by this time, most of the ghosts are probably kind of drifting in the air, and you see this long line of the green spectral forms just like floating on an incessant march, continuing to climb upwards towards the castle.
This is creepy as hell. I think we should get out of here.
I hate this place.
Yeah. So what you're telling me, Bürgermeister, is this happens all the time? You guys, this is pretty fucked up. Like, what? Like, what? You just every week you got a bunch of like spirits coming out of the ground and going up to whatever the castle. You knew this would happen?
Yes, it happens every night at midnight. I mean,
for how long? For like forever? Like, when did this start?
It's been happening ever since I've been alive.
Yeah, you guys should move. This place is fucked.
If it weren't for the werewolves and the vampires, I probably would have moved already. And who knows what other terrors await out there on the roads.
Yeah, I can get that. So
Don't worry.
When are we getting Irene out of here then? You gotta get out of this town too, right?
Yes, we're leaving at dawn, I believe. First light.
Yeah, can't wait.
Sister, you're right. Father's not here. Let us go back home. And he walks.
You coming?
Yeah, let's go.
Returning to the Burgomaster's mansion. Not gonna put you on that map, but let's see.
That's what she said?
What time is first light?
Let's see. So it would definitely be it'd be different because you're kind of like in the mountains region. So like dawn would be 6 a.m., but you probably wouldn't actually see the dawn until 7 when the sun would rise above like the mountaintops. I'd say 7 o'clock in the morning. You'd probably be safe leaving a little bit before that. So like first light's more of like a figure of speech.
Right.
But so you have 3 hours of rest. So starting at like 1 a.m., you'd be able to set out like right at 6 a.m.
I think I kind of messed something up then. I was gonna cast a couple spells like prior to the long rest and extend them to try to get like maximize the time out of them.
Like what?
Aid and mage armor.
Okay. So you're like upcasting them? Or...
I'd be extending them, yeah, doing the meta magic. So doubling.
Oh, gotcha. Meta magic. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Doubling its duration. Okay. So before the rest, so you would have started your rest at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Who are you all targeting for aid?
Myself, Ernest, and Soshani.
Okay. Boom, got that on there. I found some nifty new
Nice.
stuff for Fantasy Grounds.
I knew there had to be a way to script it.
Yep. That's not built in, so I got a new one. Max HP.
Gotcha.
Okay. And then mage armor on yourself.
Yeah. So that'll burn my last 2 slots. Or, no, I still have 1 slot left. First spell, first level.
So this would all be before you started the rest.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have said that before.
So then aid turns to 8. Oh, both are 16 hours now.
Yep.
So...
It'll be good till 12 noon the next day.
Okay. No on there? Okay. So, waking up at 6 a.m., all of you benefit from a full rest, because you are within a sanctuary.
Yay.
Everything gets put back. I think that cleared the, No, it didn't. Okay.
The crowd goes wild.
Survived another day. Woo!
So does Rufus have the ability then to identify that cloak?
Yes.
Does that happen?
Yep. Just doing some administrative things. Okay. So, Rufus, guess what you got?
Yeah, I guess.
Cloak of Protection.
Classic.
Would you like to attune to it?
I am gonna say yes.
Okay.
Considering I already kind of, I mean, it's a little bit of meta. I already know what the Cloak of Protection does. It's pretty sweet. So yeah, I'll attune to it.
Okay, so you get a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws while wearing the cloak.
Nice.
What does it do?
It's a Cloak of Protection.
Nice.
+1 to armor.
Oh, nice.
And the saving throw is pretty sweet too, actually.
Yeah.
And then can I just quickly cast Druidcraft as well?
Sure.
Glowing orb of the weather outside for the day.
So it is spring. The wind will be blowing westward, and there is no sign of precipitation. And the fog will be somewhat lighter.
The fog. Always the goddamn fog.
Yeah, it's always so wet. Ah. Disgusting.
That's not what he said.
All right. So, once again, you gather yourselves up for a journey. Double checking your packs, rations, and water supply, you head out west along the old Vallaki road. But this time, you have new friends. Both Ismark and Irina accompany you this journey. Out west, further than either have ever been, to Vallaki you walk. The day has only just begun. There is little light to accompany the dawn, as the mountainous region you are sunken into takes time for the sun's rays to appear, as if there was any vast sunshine to be had. For the dark, hazy green hue which veils the approaching dawn is ever present upon your backs, casting its sickly shadows to dance at the edge of vision. It drags westward across the ground like a raking claw ripping slowly through fabric, a dawn that doesn't want to come. It is at this time I will need a travel lead chosen amongst you. There are a total of 8 members traveling along, including both Ismark and Irina, who are both able to perform travel activities. So, who will be your travel lead?
Do we want to stick with me?
Well,
Yeah,
it can't be me if I'm gonna be sniffing stuff out.
No. The travel lead is just someone that's saying stuff. We're not choosing travel activities yet.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine
you
by
got
me.
this, babe.
Ernest.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ernest.
that's fine by me.
Wait.
Okay. So, Ernest, what is your destination? What is your mode of travel or direction of travel, and what is your pace? So by the mode of travel, I mean, are you traveling by the road? Are you sticking to the road, or are you gonna go brush jumping?
Nope, I think Ernest would guide us along the road, leading back to the Gallows Crossroads area.
Okay.
And we would be going at a normal pace.
Okay. So, here is the map of Barovia. So you're starting right there where the compass is. Destination is the crossroads, you said?
Currently, yes.
Okay. Road, normal pace.
Normal pace.
And you said the wind was coming from the west or to the west?
It's going westward, yes.
Going westward. Okay.
All right, Doran. So, this is how we do traveling. I actually think since it is time, we should probably kind of take care of that at the beginning of next session. So we can go over a little bit of it in Discord, explain a little bit, but basically you choose an activity to perform while traveling. The different activities are spelled out. So that is how we will begin our next session. For it is time. We will have to wait. But as we see, the last call is sounding. Thanks to all of you. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm on a couple of those different things. Make sure to check those out. Supporting the community, awesome. Love having all of you people. Love having all of the new faces. Or I shouldn't even say faces because we don't show faces. Love seeing all of the new messages and all the people. If you like D&D, this is the place, you know. We love D&D. We love tabletop games. We love these campaigns, Curse of Strahd. Definitely a whole lot of fun. Thank you for being here. I certainly appreciate you. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoy this. But the last call is sounded, so go ahead and tip those mugs back with whatever you're drinking. Thank you so much for being here. This has been